But I carry Madrid Dortmund under 6. Under 6.
Why you go do that kind of thing?
Under now, you know expect me goals plenty now.
Hey? I know where expect me goals plenty.
How far down your ticket?
I don't tell you now. Say I don't
How
tell
much
you.
you cash out?
If you want bet, there isn't cash out. I don't tell. No
So how much you got cash
be
out?
all the teams love you. No be all the teams. See Atalanta now play 0-0.
That video had a lot of likes on TikTok.
How much you cash out?
Leave that one to me. Na personal problem down.
He reached 7,000.
Where I see Atalanta they play 0-0 for 70 minutes. 0-0.
I think you don't go to cash out like you don't want to come
I'm
out.
betting hard. I don't know which one hard pass between making heaven and may he chop. Senior man, I don't know which one hard pass.
Actually, it's easier to make heaven than
I
tell you.
Senior man, get one match like that. They score final which like they all score that goal where you carry match under 5.5. Final is best.
I hate playing on that games, by the way. I hate it.
Let's start up.
Absolutely hate
Let's
it.
go. Somebody say, "Show we don't start since."
Still fight since start show. For sure, we don't they go far.
If I say people go join us for this, they go soon join us for this.
Guy. You can't go talk and they go clear.
That guy say, somebody say, you should be called Mr.
Sponsor them now.
Somebody say this will be a punishable criticism. You will be punished. Yeah. He said sponsor them now. Sponsor them. Shout out to all those guys, man. When I took them out. Like somebody say, you didn't post this part on YouTube. Why? Man. Yeah, let's go, man. Let's see. Today intro could be like one kind, but let's see how it's gonna go. One take, maybe 2 takes, but we'll do it regardless.
Producer, no liquid.
Let me do this one.
All right, let's do it. Let's do it and start.
In your hand is too wide. Don't be like firewood. Go inside. No, I'm just joking. Calm down.
Person must not vex in your bongo. See her, if you tear you slapping.
Don't be saying go tear. It's like we don't hook you for neck.
I see our whole idea.
Na emergency ward straight.
Case like this.
They go to the person get accident.
On the guy like this, Trump's not video.
They know Dr. Gray, was it an accident? No, was it car accident? No. Na person and na injury.
They go put that girl in the slap person. That girl in the slap people. I don't think play that game.
But if you play that game, you go far. You can go into that sport.
You dey mad.
I dey tell you can.
By
Na money.
the way, I think Savinus is a genius. So people don't just realize it. Bro. Savinus. The thing that Savinus is common for a mind. The kind of
Until now, we still dey try, because others don't even go down like this.
You get,
and they still dey try. No.
That's what you call natural. Like he's so,
You know what I like him? He has made
They watch my boys, Abi.
he's
that low quality production.
Can we
no,
start?
but his production is not low quality.
Remember,
the
Rufai,
video.
remember I went for school, we go dey talk, say,
But the logistics is not easy.
I know the movement and everything.
if I say team no need post.
Yeah.
That phone.
But he actually, so how you could take notice? Sabino is actually a genius. And I say, he puts a lot of work into the logistics. Like he trains the actors. This is how you react. Yeah, you see the BTS now. You go tell.
And again, in lucky say those guys sabi too, bro.
Puts a lot of work.
Those in guys too sabi.
Oh yeah. I think that his team, that guy,
Mr. Life.
They realize that we need. He realizes that he needs them, but they realize more than that. This guy is our breakthrough. So they're not trying to.
But for instance, they are doing their own.
Oh yeah, doing their own thing.
now.
Yeah.
Yeah.
It's the funniest video ever.
That's too funny. I think the one with Bob Risky is the funniest video ever.
Oh, okay.
Is it
Wait,
Bob?
wait, go close.
Is it Bob? This is where you do risky. One day risky. And you know, the funny thing is that he's building off their backup. They had a beef, right? So he say, Bob, senior man, your papa. Now waiting publicity is sold at that time. Say your papa. No. That was too good. I mean, it's too good. Anyway, let's go. All right, man. Hello, everybody. Welcome along to our Hindsight Podcast Studios, brought to you by Gigawin, a crypto-based gaming platform in Africa. I am UB Inso Ndwonovid, and by critical acclaim, joined by the 3 best pundits this side of the Atlantic, starting off with TikTok favorite and everyone's favorite punter, Mr. Inobong Monday. Next up, Twitter sweetheart and double award-winning podcaster, Mr. IBK Sports. And last but not the least, the man who's now brought the original replica, the expensive one, in Mr. Olakule Rufai. Gentlemen, good to have everybody on the podcast for another week. Good to see you all.
My years of no.
You want to get on level
No,
terms.
I don't do that. My years of selling jerseys, me will not talk, sha, but no talk.
No, this is the expensive.
Baba, you lost 4-1.
Me will just leave him.
You lost 4-1. Leave him.
Me just leave him.
I don't know where they sit down beside you, an opportunity.
IBK, which one you button up this shirt reach the end? What's the knee? You and knee.
It's a knee.
You and knee.
I actually feel cold.
Oh yeah.
I feel cold. Yeah.
Yeah. Studio is actually we're in a nice cozy studio, but it's good to see everybody. I need to turn this the other way. Because,
Change your seats. I'm doing a party today. You know, from right back.
Yeah.
Shuffle it up a little bit.
But I like the
opposition.
When is the last time you saw? I think it must have been at least 20 episodes or 30 episodes ago. This is normal formation. Me, Rufai.
Yeah.
You know, that's
long time. I
long
can't even
formation.
remember the last time.
I can't remember.
you know.
I think it's been probably like when we started early days, because even when we
No, I don't. When we started, IBK used to sit beside me.
yeah, so me I used to sit here.
Right.
So even when we make changes, and I usually would change with IBK and sit here, so IBK will sit there.
Yeah.
So like,
but is this
Old stomping ground.
but is this your best IBK? Is this your best?
I love it here.
I love it here.
I actually love it there, to be honest.
I love you. I like seeing the host. So
It allows me lean to my left.
I love you, man.
It allows me lean to my left, and then I like to have eye contact with UB. So
Yeah. He did hide the bet. He did hide the bet for this side. It was a camera.
They were catch up. He dey check live scores.
It was that place.
What did they happen? He dey check investments.
Camera angle. That's a blind spot. You
don't even know
nothing on this side. You make it play right back. You don't say nobody will attack you from this side.
Exactly.
If me,
so you know you are free on this
if
side.
me, I carry my phone like this, say make I begin to do Gigawin.
You guess.
Somebody will just zoom in, say you're checking investment.
This
or
side,
IDK.
you know, say they
That side.
legendary seat.
All you do is the chat phone for there. Just
That's
do
chill.
it.
But if you like it here, eh? Best place.
So I'm a little bit like, Saka. Anywhere you put me, I'm good.
Yeah.
Eye contact with the host, eye contact with IBK or
Me, wait till I know be say.
I'm
Wait
good.
till I know be say. If you good, they no go change your position.
That's a nice comeback.
They say, I be striker. That's why they carry Peter Lahinka go play left back.
That's a nice comeback.
Oh, you know what that match?
I know what child.
That's the way say the left back get injury. I say they can't carry striker go.
If the legendary Samuel Eto'o can do a job at left back,
Who are you?
to win the championship title,
Who are you? Why we get that was a nice, At least you don't have the scoreline.
Mourinho, he carry it to his sofa. He would never forget
Eto'o
him.
did a job at left back.
But for me, as long as you win,
As long as you win.
right? As long as we're having a great show, it's fine. Someone say thank God say I don't add funds to my name. That time why I did hot. We'll see for them people now.
See, guy,
Bro.
I have to give a big shout out to that guy. That is the embarrassment.
Bro.
That guy is a nuisance.
There's this sound.
That Alpha.
Say
Alpha,
say,
relax.
Alpha, relax, oh.
Relax, oh.
That sound.
They bust my head.
Alpha, relax,
That sound. I mean, you don't see that sound.
That video
Alpha,
where-
relax, oh.
That video where he say, wait, I won't go take food where I never chop finish. You won't go take plate. Hold you. Alpha, relax.
Relax, oh.
Relax,
Oh man. Someone said we Africans don't care what we did. We just want to know who told you. Who tell you?
Who tell you this thing?
Who tell you? They say you didn't. Who tell you?
He said, so you're cheating on me.
How did you find out?
He said, no. Instead of me to answer the question they asked you, he said, oh, so you went through my phone. What is your problem?
Did you cheat or you not cheat?
You know that's my privacy. Privacy kill you there.
Prison relationship.
Oh
Say people are comfortable seeing their private parts, but your phone is really like you are seeing each other's private parts.
That's a mad one,
on your phone.
Why you put it that way?
I say.
It's a mad one because you don't complain of privacy when person they come up boxers, they come up pants.
Yeah.
But now mobile phone. Now
Mobile
where you
phone.
problem?
Mad people everywhere.
Oh my God.
Nigerians. Oh my god, man.
But me, I don't get issue with my phone, sha.
Why you will get
No,
issue?
no, not be you go
I don't
tell.
get
No, be you go
No,
tell us
that-
you
that-
don't get
that-
issue.
this
Now your
year-
partner.
Then go
If
tell
there's one assessment in the world you cannot make is that one. Nobody you go talk that
No,
one.
be you go tell
I
us.
know, but I just
Now
dey
your
talk am
partner,
say I
now
don't
you
get
tell
issues
us.
with my phone, to be honest.
Yeah.
And I think he too doesn't have password on his phone, so
No, I have password on my phone. And
I don't understand. What is the
I have password on my phone. I'm having password not because of my wife. It's not because of my wife.
we get out no easily.
Make I no drop phone. Say I want catch up the one way they carry out.
bro, that's so. There's a guy, one cab guy where I think the guy was telling me. So I was trying to reach him, and then I was like, "Baba, they steal my phone." I said, He said, "Now the phone where I can't take the work, they steal. Now this small one with the man." He say, I just drive, go wash my car, and they follow person to make I just go do something. I leave my phone and the malt where I dey drink on top my bonnet for the car wash. I come back and the phone and the malt they don't move out. They move the phone, they move the malt. I say, you dey take
Now
you
balance
dey-
diet now.
I say, Baba, you dey give test God now. For this economy like this, son, for other son, you go watch car, you leave malt
You
on top
carry-
bonnet. So people say go tip that malt, leave the
Can tap a
phone.
little bit, yeah. You know,
Now balance diet.
someone mentioned. You know, there's this trend I've been seeing on Twitter for the last 1 month or thereabout. So they'll say, you know, girl to girl, right?
Okay, yeah,
girl to girl, journalist to journalist.
I've been seeing that.
So the one that caught my eye was Christian to Christian. Someone now replied and said, "If I skip a post, I will not lose my relationship with God." You know that thing they will say.
Say don't skip it.
They'll say, if you skip this, that means that you're not. It will nothing will happen.
No, actually, everybody, you know, there was a
What
time.
nonsense
You know,
black-
Once you put that condition,
you know, there was a time they
Or
used.
type
You know,
in
there
there.
was a time they used to send those kind of messages on WhatsApp.
oh,
Yeah.
broadcast.
I think it has reduced now.
Yeah.
What
Like, I mean,
yeah.
if you actually send it to me, I block you. There was a time I was reading on my status that please don't send me Happy New Month, Happy New Year. Don't send me Happy New Year message. Don't send me. Leave me alone. Don't send. If you send, especially because now broadcast, a lot of people they send.
No,
One of
man.
my friend come they whine me one day. He say, "Baba, I will send you Happy New Year message." He send me Happy New Year message. I block him.
Don't try with
send
me.
me Happy New Year message.
Don't-
Leave me alone.
But you say which one be there? Send you
I
message.
will-
block
I will-
am.
No, why
I
would
would
you be
prefer make
sending
you
me
message
bro?
me like me and my guy. You don't message me, Baba Father, bless New Year. But you go do broadcast.
Share.
Send them to
Push out everybody. You get.
What's that?
Push it out.
But I just New Year. You know, say now every day now.
I don't want it now.
Say,
I don't talk. Okay. I know say some people want them. So now why I put that on my status? Make you for know that broadcast list come out to me.
come on me for that list. I don't want that list. You know, someone mentioned that not visiting someone because they own a cat is a very valid reason, right? And someone said I also stopped visiting a friend of mine, right, because he had a snake. He said the last time I visited him, I asked him, I said, where your snake did? He said, because he wasn't in the cage. He told me that he's somewhere around the house. What do you mean?
Which kind of rough play with this one?
So yeah.
I don't go to people's house if you have a dog.
What do you mean? It's somewhere around the house.
I stopped
You
visiting.
mean?
My brother had one
The snake
mad,
can be anywhere.
mad.
I left immediately.
So I can be sitting down now, snake will come up from back of chair.
If I come your
If I
house,
break down your teeth,
bro,
because snake come I jump,
The guy say I left immediately.
and you will never see me there again.
one player I don't play with. I don't like people's dogs.
You cannot
If I
buy-
own
you
a
cannot
dog, I
buy.
would like it.
No,
Dogs,
you don't know if the dog is unpredictable.
dogs are really exciting. By the way, I
love dogs, yeah.
Yeah, I live with
Don't
a
be
dog
pit-
fan,
don't be
and dogs are really lovely. Believe me, you know I'm not a big fan of them, but I've lived with a dog before, and it was the experience, the understanding, the presence of mind dogs have.
Yeah.
Is really really lovely to see. But if I come your house, please lock your dog. say he won't bite. He will play. How you take no? Are you inside the damn?
But I think essentially, if you're ever in a situation where a dog charges at you,
Yeah, no, you don't run.
just make sure you don't run.
You don't run.
If you
Why
have-
should
if you
I
have
be
the
in
courage
a
not to
situation
run.
where the dog is
But,
charging
okay,
at
It has
me?
happened.
So
It has happened to me
what happens
before.
when you don't run?
It has happened to me, but if you run, you're in trouble.
You're in trouble.
man.
Whether or not the dog is trying to be hostile or the dog is just being playful.
Playful,
It
yeah.
can be one of both. Either of the
Because-
two.
because-
But whichever case, make sure you don't run. If the dog is trying to be hostile and you run, when they catch you, you don't even feel run past the dog. So he go catch you, he
Yeah,
bite you.
yeah.
If he's trying to be playful as well, now the dog is just trying to be playful. You are running, you're scared, just stay, maintain where even if the dog is trying
dog
to be
sense-
violent, if you don't run, they go stop.
Dog senses when you are afraid. You know, when you are afraid,
I ain't talking about dog, we don't crazy. So
they start to think you are
I went to a friend's house. So usually I know the guy has a dog, and I know there's a particular one that's very aggressive.
Why do people have 9 dogs though?
No,
I don't go past that.
some
Get
breed
9
them.
dogs.
They
Some
breed
breed
them,
dogs
no,
that
no.
are cool. So
Yeah.
I know that there's this particular one that's aggressive. Even if the dog is not trying to harm you, but it's just aggressive. So once I get to the guy's house, I call him at the gate first. So Baba,
That particular one.
he gets, make sure that one is not outside. I don't want to play. I know he's not. Maybe he's not trying to be violent,
Maybe
but I don't
just
want to play with
won't
him. Lock him. So this particular day, I know he's inside the cage. I don't enter. In fact, I don't see from the gate say the dog they cage. So I don't enter. As I approach the dog, very aggressive dog. Bro, the dog hit the gate from inside the cage. Hit him. He opened the cage.
Hey.
Open the gate. I was very close to to enter the house. The dog opened the cage. They charge. They come. I just knew that if I run, I just the net, because the guy has a net in front. I just put the net between, so the dog don't charge reach me. This is I don't run. So I put the net between me and the dog. So he stay for the net. So my guy came up like, hey, get back. Before the dog can't go back.
It's funny. There's
run.
one of the best movies I've seen this year was a movie called Hachi, A Dog's Tale. You should see it. Everybody should see that movie. It's one of the best movies you would see. IMDb ratings is like 8.1, right? It's a Japanese-based story, but about a dog.
Yeah.
And you know,
Is it on Netflix?
it's not Netflix. Yeah, but it's a great movie. Speaking of dogs, you know, God rest his soul, my dear father. This chat with the chat like this, I was going to sit down, he just laugh. My dad had a weird relationship with animals, right? So snakes, dogs, my dad doesn't like them, right? He would just
Why
be
would
like,
anybody like say snake? For goodness sake?
he would just be like, once he not come here, I was like this, say dog, say, that's a big dog. And as he not talk, I saw he know if he enter that compound until, you know. But speaking of which, right, someone said, you know, what you lost isn't really yours. And someone replied and said, so who owns my ID card?
But no, be you get the ID card safe. In a real sense.
It's
Because
the company you work for.
they go put on board there, say, na property of this company.
So I will pay for ID card when we get that.
Yes, no. But when one even come on in the lag, they say me will return the ID card.
No, I know that one. I don't know about it. That the same Unilag we go.
My
Yes,
school say
they
make
go
I
ask
return.
for
I
it
don't return
now.
them.
They go ask for it.
I own my ID card.
That means they supposed no give you your
they
certificate.
play.
Because normally they will ask.
No be
for it.
only.
Normally they will
Maybe
ask.
the same clearance where you do that.
Waiting people they do be say, you know, say they've been changed ID cards when we did school then to newer ones. So people come they submit that old one, say they know how to do the new one. But normally you're supposed to return it.
Hey, what are you keeping?
It's not yours. It's
Yeah.
not yours.
Yeah,
So
but
people
you want
keep it for police fit see you anywhere now.
Omo.
You go talk say you get this one.
Let's start off. But finally, I saw something that you know, just made me realize this country might not make it, right?
Make it too weird.
might not make it. And a friend of mine, Full Storms, who I admire a lot, she said, I just remember there was a time where a certain telco company offered an aeroplane as a lottery prize, right? So I wanted to win that prize and demand for the plane instead of the money. Since we're all mad, so bring it to my compound and pack it there. Which guy? Who thought about that idea? Say
you go win
lottery, say you go win aeroplane. Come pack up for my house.
Like what?
So apparently, the telco company, shortly after, I think the Nigerian Lottery Company Commission had to now revisit the this doesn't make sense.
Come up with something
He
like
say,
that.
but you know that kind of lottery that year. Say win an aeroplane.
Yeah.
Win an
How
aeroplane.
does that make sense?
Okay,
Who
but
go
where
pay
I
for-
pack am?
Who go pay for where I go pack am?
They expect say you go sell them now.
No.
As you get friends,
I know
wey-
once-
Before you see who go buy am, you don't get where you go put am.
Come pack up for my house. So I go win an aeroplane now. I can say like when I announce me say I win money for aeroplane. When I want kill me.
to even sell them.
I mean, when I won't keep my area. Like, you will literally be your house, eh? They will come and rob you. Daylight. But one of the things I enjoy doing in my spare time is reading some great stories. And one of the sites, some of the pages on X that I read some great stories, I learned about, and you should know this, Eddie Kwanzaa, right? So, I mean, we're all millennials on this table, right? So you would know Chief Zebediah, the Masquerade. Right, so apparently, you know, the theme song is Eddie Kwanzaa. So I read about Eddie
Legendary.
Kwanzaa this past week, and apparently,
You watch the Masquerade then.
apparently, he was a peacock guitar band. He was in a Peacock guitar band. Pretty much, he did the song, and it's about a young man who was named John Obikwe, known for his lively and party. So the story is that his brothers sold their property and refused to give him a share.
Yeah.
So his brothers commissioned the band Peacock, right, to do a song about Eddie Quanta, because he relocated from Nigeria and went to Ghana and stayed there and refused to come back, because they sold their share of his inheritance. So I thought it was a really nice story because we all sing the song and we just like Eddie Quanta, we don't know what it's about.
I think things like that happen all the time. There's that song that we danced to like when we were young as well. That Makosa song.
Yeah.
That Makosa song.
Yeah.
Like when you now find out what else, I think that song was about heartbreak or something.
Oh really?
Yeah, things like that happen all the time. I think the song is about heartbreak because I saw somewhere where they were breaking down what the song meant, and all that. I think they were talking about the song being about heartbreak or was it the girl leaving the guy, something like that. I think that's what it was about.
I tell you what, I love stories like that because every time I sing that song, Eddie Quanta, my mom says, "How old are you? You're too young to know that song." But welcome along to the show. Thanks for joining us, and thanks for making last week's episode brilliant. And we're still waiting for producer to get us a coffee.
And meat pie.
To get the guys going. But first of all, I think it's important to mention that the Hindsight Podcast is presenting our first ever event starting this year, happening in 2024. It's pretty much about, if you want to clap.
Absolutely looking forward.
Looking forward to it, an evening of football, humor, positive vibrations, and overall, rendezvous of our lovely people in the community.
Allowed to.
Yeah, of course.
I don't understand.
Of course.
If
Babe know they know come.
What kind of question is that?
No,
Yes,
no. What I'm telling you now,
If they go bring
women don't come, I'm not coming.
Senior man is supposed to be asking that question. Why I'm surprised that IBK
senior man
asked
go
that
bring
question.
your wife.
Say she babes are allowed.
Come and go
fine
bring
here.
your wife. Come.
Coffee is finally here.
Senior man.
Do you want to make it on the set?
You take it.
You won't give these people free advertising. I think you can make it and you can just bring it to us. It's fine. Just please. No, I'm not. I'm a bit lactose. I don't like hot coffee.
Yeah.
So we're having the first event in 2024.
In fact, the plan is to have more babes than guys.
Yep.
Yeah.
We're looking at
question.
We're looking at getting 1,000 people into the place. So this is an appeal to all our people. I think it's about time that we meet everybody. We meet you face to face before the country finally go derails. Let's see if we can meet ourselves. There are simple things in life, meeting people, talking to people, having fun,
really
laughing.
Is it all night?
No, it's not. No, it's not going to
Would
be.
it be on a match day?
Yeah, we're hoping to make it on a match day.
Because I think it would be really great to.
Yeah, it has to be on a match day. I think being on a match day would be nice.
Yeah, yeah. It would be nice to make it on the match day. That way, I feel like we should do that day would be a limited edition episode of the podcast.
Yep.
And if we get the sponsor for it, I have an idea to. We're trying to do. Wale told me this. We need to make something like a limited edition vinyl, right? And give to maybe five people who come to the event. So we're looking forward to it. Hindsight Podcast presenting an evening of laughter, humor, football, with these guys, and more importantly to spend time with you, great people who support us. Thanks for joining us. This episode is brought to you by Gigawin, of course, and we're delighted to continue that partnership with Gigawin. They're a gaming platform. The crypto-based gaming platform in Africa, and we always ask that. You always say, "Oh, we'd love to have a sponsor on the show." So we finally have one sponsor on the show, and we would love you to, let them know that, the Hindsight Podcast is
They get good value.
They have good value for their money. So follow gigawin.io on Instagram, on Twitter as well. Leave a comment, engage the post. Let these people feel, that we. Have a good value here on the podcast, right? Anyway, gentlemen, let's start off with a story which I think is very interesting. IBK's coffee hasn't come yet. I wanted to speak to you guys about, Arsenal, and I just wanted to go through the motions with what is pretty much our first X-ray of the title race this season. And, you know, I can hear somebody saying, you know, it's too early for all that. You know, I agree. But, you know, stay with us for a bit. This weekend, the fixtures, I think it's match week 9. Right?
Yeah.
What that means is that you are almost halfway through halfway, basically. So I think it's about time we can start to, you know, construct what we think, you know, might be a nice title race, right? So of course, Arsenal play Liverpool this weekend. You know, suspension, injuries, and all that stuff. I think that I said this thing last season that I don't think Arsenal can have the year they had last year, solely on the fact that they had no injuries last year, right? And it is not possible in a season to have a season without injuries.
Yeah.
And 6 weeks into the season, Odegaard out, Saka out for hopefully he makes the game.
Series of
Saliba suspension. I thought they had the perfect year last year. Calafiori out, Timber out. What that means is that you're going to miss big players, and missing big players will mean you lose points. And just to construct this before I let you guys go, what's at stake here, Ini? What's at stake in that game against Liverpool? You know, Liverpool will be 7 points clear if they beat Arsenal at the Emirates. But it's like a cup final, isn't it?
Yeah, massive cup final. And I think the mentality would be, whatever happens, do not lose. Do not lose. When you consider the amount of players who are out injured, potentially out injured, you know, Timber, not sure he will make it. Calafiori looks like he'll be out for that one. Saliba suspended. Saka out. Odegaard out. The team is down to bare bones. So you cannot afford to lose. Whatever happens, do not lose. And you know, it's been quite a funny season so far for Arsenal because, you know, Arsenal have played 8 matches. They've won 5.
Yeah.
And dropped points in 3 games. And all 3 games they've dropped points are games they didn't finish with 11 players. Mm-hmm. And what does that tell you? The season could have been perfect because you finish the game with 11 players against Brighton, you get all 3 points.
Yeah.
You finish the game against 11 players with Man City, potentially you get all 3 points. So it's been a partnership between injuries and indiscipline.
And discipline. Speaking of dropping points, right? And before the rest of the guys have a take on this, I was doing the math and I just wanted to dig into a bit of data as well to see where this competition would take us. Now, if you're in a title race, you know, the great Alex used to, at the start of every season, say, this is the benchmark. We think we need 81 points to win the title this year, right?
That was before.
That was before. But effectively, what he did was he would put what he believed would be the points necessary to win the title that particular season, right? And I was just looking at what it takes for a team to be a champion this year in Premier League in 2024. Any team that's going to be champion doesn't lose more than 4 games in a season, right? At maximum 5. And I'll tell you why. In last year, right?
That's some good research.
Last year, City lost 3 games last year, drew 7 games. Arsenal, in comparison, lost 5 games, drew 5 games, right? Last year. The season before, right, when Arsenal first challenged for the title, City lost 5 times, drew 5 times, right? Arsenal lost 6 times and drew 6 times. Now, the season before that one, right, City lost 3 times and drew 6 times. Liverpool, who lost the league by 1 point that season, lost twice, right, and drew 8 times. Now, what that tells me on the average is that you're allowed to lose maybe 4 games if you're going to win the league.
Max,
On the average.
You're allowed to lose 4 games. Yeah. So when you've lost, Arsenal have lost 1 game already this season, right? When you've lost 1 game and you have 29 games to play, right? With what is looking like an injury, going to be an injury hit campaign, that means you have only 3 rooms for error, 3 games for error.
Yeah.
So you're already playing incredible catch up. Liverpool haven't lost a game yet.
Liverpool have lost
lost one.
City
have not lost one. So clearly, City know the program.
They know something.
And I'm sure Arteta is a smart guy. I like Arteta. I'm sure he has people running numbers and telling him what is possible and what is needed. But the point is that, can you guarantee that between match week 9 and match week 19, which is halfway point, you will not lose another game? And between match week 20 and match week 38, you will not lose 2 games. So that is my thinking in terms of, looking at the build up into what
Solid thoughts, actually. Solid thoughts, because maybe it's early days, but I feel like Liverpool are going to be in this title race for the long haul.
I think it's early days, but when you start the season as well as Liverpool have done, it's very difficult to tail off to the point where you are not part of the title challenge.
Yeah,
because they started really strongly, and when they play Arsenal this weekend, we're gonna have a better picture. Because they struggled a bit against Chelsea, but they won anyway.
Yeah,
but it's a more difficult.
It was a good football match.
It was. So now it's a more difficult opposition in terms of where Arsenal are. They've been second best just by a tiny bit in the last 2-3 seasons. So it's a more difficult opposition. We're going to see even the fact that Arsenal without a few players. But if Liverpool find a way to win that game, it takes the level in terms of where they believe they can go. Because I bet
that will be 2 defeats for Arsenal. That will mean you have only 2 games.
Only 2 games.
Yeah.
So that's why the game, I think, again, now that you mention it, you put it perfectly, the context of this Liverpool-Arsenal game. Because people need to understand what is on the line for Arsenal.
Yeah.
And now, you don't have a lot of important players. And that's why, for me, it goes back to, I've always talked about where I think Arsenal need a lot more quality to come in. I mean, I think...
So why do you think Arsenal have... So obviously, Odegaard, we started the podcast this season by, establishing the most important players for each single team. We established that Odegaard was the most important player for Arsenal.
Yeah.
Right. Obviously, they lost their most important player. And you now lose maybe the next most important player of the spine of the team. Right. So that is a valid enough reason to lose one game. Right. But can you look past that reason for why? Because when you talk about quality, you are looking somewhere else as opposed to the absence of the players.
So where I'm going is at the start of the season, when you see how Pep has built his team that has won the league back to back, you know that he's accounting for the fact that players are going to be injured, players are going to be out, players are going to be out of form. He's planning for that.
Yeah.
And that's what I find that Arsenal have not necessarily planned for adequately. Because
you can't say they've not planned
particularly
you can't say they've not planned
at the
for that.
top end of the pitch.
I had a
pitch.
conversation, with a few Arsenal fans, and they went, Arsenal are not the only team struggling without their best players being out. City are also struggling. But I kept quiet because I felt like this person doesn't get where I'm coming from. Because if City are without Rodri, that's so important to them, and they're without Kevin De Bruyne, and you are without Odegaard, you are without Saka, now you are without Saliba, can you put those two teams side by side and say every other player that are available, you can match them quality for quality?
I see where you're going.
You can't.
So I think for me,
realistically,
I think it's more of us now being unlucky than not planning right for the season. The games that they've dropped points, it's more of a player being suspended. They were in charge of the games. You can check it. They were in charge of the games. They showed quality ahead of the other opposition. Let's start from the one that Declan Rice got the red card.
It was silly though.
They'll probably have won that game easily.
I thought it was a stupid red card.
It was a stupid red card.
I've watched that back. I've watched that back.
I can't.
Yeah.
I watched that back and I listened to who was speaking about that red card, and he said it's the most ridiculous thing ever.
It is.
It is.
Because actually, the guy was saying, look, it was a natural thing where you turn back, you see the ball,
Like
and
he
you're not.
just
It's a new rule in the Premier League now that
We know it is a
any
new
player
rule.
that kicks the ball after the
Now,
whistle.
But he wasn't kicking the ball.
In hindsight, there was an offense. The offense was Declan kicked the ball and stopped a restart.
Yeah.
But why that was not a red card was because the ball was rolling.
One.
So
That guy deliberately wanted to even get him sent
There is
off.
no way you restart a game
When the ball is rolling.
So for the fact that the ball was rolling, the referee should have. The VR is not the referee because the referee doesn't see.
It's the VR.
The VR should have told the referee, you know what?
There's something
He
there.
kicks the ball away.
Yeah.
But he doesn't stop a restart because there was not going to be a
restart.
restart with
You
the
know-
ball.
I'm just trying to counter what he said about City planning well and Arsenal not necessarily planning well, because in the end the Declan Rice game, Arsenal would have won that if it was not. Forget about injuries.
I thought that was a
They
hard
would have
done
won
by
that
game.
The
I
game
agree with you
against
there.
Man City, the fact that Arsenal considered first and they went ahead in that game, that shows you that it was not lack of players not being available or important players not being available. It was the fact that they had a game plan of playing with 11 men. And all of a sudden, you went.
I think you have missed my point. I think you have missed my
He's
point.
clearly missed your point.
You have clearly missed my point. I've talked about players not being available for both teams.
Right.
Who has got the better, replacement for the players that are not available? That's what I've talked about. So Saliba is out now, right? Have Arsenal got someone that can put up? We talked about City's backline.
They've shown quality despite this.
To be fair,
that's my point.
To be fair, they bought Calafiori and Timber is a new signing, effectively.
No, I know.
So they have two quality centre backs to replace those players.
So
No, defensively, Arsenal
they look like that.
Arsenal have really good backups. Defensive, if everyone is fit.
Yep.
Yeah.
You have Tomiyasu who can do left back and right back.
Yep.
If he's fit. You have Timber who can do left back and right back. You
Can Timber do centre back as well?
Calafiori.
Yeah, he can. Timber can do. He's a centre back.
Timber is a
centre
back.
You have Calafiori who can do left back and left side
Centre back.
back.
I know.
So defensively,
I know.
Arsenal have a really good back.
So-
in midfield, maybe a bit slight.
Yeah, a bit slight.
At the top end of the pitch,
A bit slight.
At the top end of the pitch is where I agree with you that I think they could have done more in terms of reinforcement.
Because, for example, I'll give you an example. The game against City and the game against Bournemouth. Because I remember very clearly when Conte, the 2017 title Conte won, he will go to City and go. I mean, it's not like playing with a man down, but he will go there and sit back and say, "This is a deliberate gameplay." They will just do counter and score.
I thought against City they were very, very unlucky.
No. I know.
Very
What I'm saying is that I have seen twice now where you don't have a genuine outlet when your back is against the wall.
Yeah.
You're a man down, I agree.
Yeah.
But you don't have an outlet
Yeah.
when your home is being bombarded
Pummeled, yeah.
against Bournemouth, because it's Bournemouth. If you've got quick players that are very good, you have a plan.
Yeah.
You can do something on the other end.
But they had,
But you don't have that.
they had a couple of chances as well.
Very good point. Actually.
Arsenal could have done one goal up in that game.
Guess what? The point Rufai is making is if you have a real target man, or you have,
Obviously.
I think
the right word.
outlet.
The word is outlet.
I
Yeah.
think the word is outlet.
Yeah,
Exactly.
obviously.
If you have someone who can stretch you and take you up
Take
the
it
pitch,
up
Yeah,
the pitch.
yeah,
Keep
yeah.
it there for a little bit, even if you don't score.
somebody
release
who,
the tension.
Basically, for me, is somebody who tells the other team, we cannot afford to take that one-on-one risk.
You get.
You understand?
We
We can't commit that one extra man. We need to keep two people here. I mean, it's like playing against a team that has Haaland or Lukaku or
Lukaku.
or
Just be a nuisance.
or
Carry the
Osimhen,
ball
something like
and
that.
go-
You get.
Or Osimhen.
Let's say you want to keep, except you have Van Dijk who can play 1v1 with anybody.
Yeah.
You get. I'm going to say, Tosin Adarabioyo, instead of keeping Tosin one-on-one with, Haaland, I would say, you know what? Can you come closer? Can Colwill, can you stay closer to me? Right? Just in case. Because I don't
Just
trust
in case.
him.
You're not
Just
gonna
in
do
case.
one-on-one now.
So what that means is that you negate the overload that can be caused on the other side. Right?
Yeah.
So I see the point he's making.
Now that you even mentioned Van Dijk, there was another angle I wanted to bring to it, because I've seen it happen now twice. Yeah, twice with Van Dijk. You see, in the Chelsea game, when Tosin was given a yellow, not a red, and Liverpool players were going to, go and bombard the ref, I saw it clearly. Van Dijk literally telling the guys, don't come. Like, he told them, stay away.
Yeah.
And I've seen that with other teams, they don't have that kind of control. That's why when you having a figure like Van Dijk, what it brings as well.
Yeah.
Because they had a legitimate claim to go and bombard the referee and say this is a red card. But they were all going to come around. He told everybody to stay away immediately, so nobody gets a red card, so nobody gets an unnecessary booking.
Yeah.
You don't see that with Chelsea.
No,
you don't see that with Arsenal.
Yeah.
He's playing the game. He's present in the moment. He understands.
That's exactly what I'm saying.
Yeah.
So are you giving City the title
so
already?
Guess
So
what?
I'm not.
Arsenal have that kind of player, but unfortunately he sits on the bench.
Who's that?
Jorginho. He's a
Jorginho.
leader. he sees things a lot. He understands control.
That I agree.
You know,
That's
Yeah,
interesting.
that I
but-
agree.
Guess
That
what?
I agree.
I don't think so.
Guess
No, no, no. I
Guess
do
what?
agree.
Guess what?
Jorginho is a coach on the field.
Guess what? The goal
He's
we
a coach.
conceded at Man City, the equalizer we conceded,
About
Right.
coach with the
Joy-
mistake for few.
the
kind
equalizer
coach
we
that one?
conceded.
Now you might be now.
Jorginho saw it before it happened. He was standing on the touchline when the corner was about to be played. I saw a video. It was crazy. Arsenal was sucked in the area. Jorginho is standing on the touchline.
He was screaming.
He's screaming. Come out to Jack Grealish. The minute Jack Grealish placed the 1-2,
That's interesting. I didn't see
Jorginho
that.
turns away with disgust. They didn't score the goal. He turns away with screaming anger
Yeah.
before they score. Jorginho is a leader.
Yeah, I know that one very well.
He
On the
sees
field,
things
he's
on the
everything
field.
where to be.
I
make una dey start am.
haven't
He
seen
may-
it. You should send this to Wally, please.
You know, I need to. That video was.
Yeah.
Jorginho
In
sees
fairness to
things.
Wally,
So
yeah.
if you have a player like that on the pitch, you know, there's a lot more control when Jorginho
It
plays.
is.
Yeah.
It's like this brother against Liverpool, right? The penalty has been given. The ref is telling you leave the area.
Yeah,
For
and you're
Salah.
just-
And Jackson, you go there and you go and take a useless and stupid yellow card.
Yeah.
Yeah.
See, people do not understand when they say you need a leader on the pitch.
Yeah.
You need someone that people listen
That
to.
everybody respects
Is
So
it
when
and
you
listen to.
when you see Van Dijk, probably one of the oldest in the Liverpool team, if not the oldest, and you can say he's one player that everybody will listen to in the team. Apart from the fact that you don't want to get into a confrontation with him.
Yeah.
You don't want to get into a confrontation with Yig.
You know one thing about being a leader, it comes with what your antecedents, what you've done in
Of
the
Yeah,
course,
of course.
now, of
It
course.
comes what you learn in the
you
game.
can't tell me someone like you never win anything and you won't leave.
No. So
want-
it-
no,
I
it's-
agree.
It's not. It's not.
That's
There
understandable.
is that, but it's also just natural personality,
Yeah.
personality type. Do you understand? You know,
That one
so-
are for small team.
no,
Na
no,
for
no,
like,
it's not.
na
No,
for
no,
like West Ham.
No, there's also natural.
Hold on,
You can't.
hold on.
You can't. Now for
Take-
like you
take-
can't
take
go to a
example.
big club.
Rooney came into United's dressing room.
Exactly.
And
It's also
and
natural.
instantly,
Bro.
instantly.
The first game David Luiz played for Chelsea was
Instantly.
screaming at Lampard.
Yeah.
So you
You
didn't
get-
pick up that guy.
This is not about. This is not about seniority. This is about I want to win.
personality.
Personality. There's that as well. Let's
Yeah.
go up the pace, guys. Let's get on to. I want to speak about. I mean, we spoke about Liverpool just a bit, but I wanted to speak about Mo Salah as well.
Wow.
And
What a player.
you know, every time Mo Salah is brought up in a conversation, people have almost this like tongue in cheek about Mo Salah, and but I think we're at the point now where we have to have the conversation about we can't go past him anymore like that. We
Yeah,
can't
of
breeze
course.
past him. Where is he in the pantheon of football players who are playing in the Premier League? And the popular argument is always. People say, "Oh, when you say Mo Salah, where does he rank?" People say Eden Hazard is better than him.
Yeah, because they're always comparing them.
you're always comparing them. And whilst that is legitimate, I think that what we've seen for the last 8 years now, right, or 9 years, demands that we stop and take notes and put him where he ought to be while we can still see him play the game, right? So I was doing a stat, right, and I saw a stat that he's in the 8 seasons he's been in the Premier League. In no season has he had less than 27 goals and assists. Or 27 goal involvements.
Goal
Right.
involvements, yeah.
Now, of course, he's won golden.
His season.
Yeah, his season. Yeah, he's won golden boots. Won golden boots, and his record, importantly, against the big six is incredible.
Yeah.
Mad.
Yeah. So he's not a flat track bully. So
Proper-
he beats everybody.
proper
So he's not
big
say
game
say
player.
say Haaland. He say he will score Shakhtar Donetsk.
Yeah.
He will reach Real Madrid. You understand? You get so
The winger.
so basically everybody don't collect. He's got trophies to back it up as well. So where is Mo Salah in that
Is it not the
ranking? So
ninth?
is it the best right winger ever in the Premier League?
I think there's a
Right
big-
winger?
I think there's-
Right winger.
I think there's a big claim for that.
I don't think there's a big claim. I think he's the biggest.
No, the reason I said it's a big claim,
It's
I
a
was
claim.
thinking, did C. Ronaldo not play a right winger?
Yeah.
No.
maybe.
Ronaldo's
No, no,
legacy
For
in
conversation's
Premier
sake,
League.
for conversation's
we
sake,
don't know-
let's
we-
leave
let's
Ronaldo
leave
out
Ronaldo
of it.
out of it.
No,
Even
sorry.
when we're talking Ronaldo,
Let's
guess
do
what? Guess what? When we talk, there's an argument. Oh, who is the greatest player to have played in the Premier League? And when people say Thierry Henry, people say, but Ronaldo played in this league. Ronaldo played in this league, but he didn't do in this league what Henry did in this league.
Even what Salah did.
So that's the
what Salah
conversation.
I beg.
We have to talk. No,
Baba,
he didn't do it in this league. No, hold on.
I beg.
He didn't do it in
beg.
this
For
league.
a fact.
No,
I get what-
of course,
I get what-
of
Bro,
course.
for a fact.
What you did in
For
this
a
league,
fact.
I get
what
what
you
you're
did
saying.
in this league, this person probably because of maybe longevity.
Because
they-
they've stayed in the league longer.
Longer,
and all that.
of course.
But it is still
If
a
Ron-
nuance. It is still a nuance.
if Ronaldo was in this
Because
league,
you have to remember,
there's
Ronaldo won
no-
the world best as a player playing in England.
in this
So
league. So
that one.
So it's a more delicate conversation
Of course.
than others
I
when it
think-
is Ronaldo.
but I think I agree with you, B. Let's leave Ronaldo
Let's-
out.
So
avoid problems.
So avoid problems.
Let's leave Ronaldo out
So
of
let's
it.
start with players that are attainable, right? I don't think it's possible to say Hazard is better.
No.
Salah
I
anymore.
think Salah is a greater player, but Hazard I think is better as a player. Yeah.
Good matter of
in
matter
my
of opinion.
opinion, that's how I separate
because,
it.
because
I think
so-
Hazard,
you know,
when Salah is a
When
great-
it comes to pure football,
Now, Yubi,
Proper-
I'm someone that I like the fact that I support a club that has players who are very productive. I hate hearing
You get with the support club, we
yeah. Una oil lord abi
Don't drag Messi,
no,
don't
no,
drag
no,
another
no.
wait
club.
Don't do that.
first, wait,
Don't do
senior
that.
man, wait first.
Don't do
If
that.
I don't have Hoyland, you
Senior
know,
man, wait,
that
senior
guy
man.
win me the title. Don't do that.
Anybody they win the title.
don't be like that.
You don't know like 10 names now, we're going to win the title.
That man win me the title. Stop this nonsense. here.
All
Don't
through
do
last
that.
season, now give your
Baba,
carrots
see.
again. We'll hear your carrots again now.
You know why like
Are you whining the federal government or state government?
You know why I pick
Are you
Salah?
whining the federal government or state government?
Senior man.
You're not hearing what
No, I said I'm not hearing
do.
it from you.
No, we're not saying he's
Senior
not
man.
my player
Senior
now.
man, yeah. You know why I like Salah? Because I like players that are very productive, to be honest. Because in the end, you say this guy is great, this one is better. Person score 2 goals, 1 assist. They will tell you say it's a big play ball pass. Person we don't get 20 goals and 4
So Salah is
assists.
better than Ronaldinho.
Bro, whether I like it or not.
No, answer the question.
Answer the question.
Salah is better than
Now you want
No.
us.
That's small thing will cause quarrel for
No, answer.
Wait.
You said you like say you support club when they
I like productivity.
Salah is better
It's
than
better
I
Ronaldo.
like productivity. We are talking
Salah
about Premier
better than
League.
Answer
Ronaldo.
my question.
Senior man, wait now.
I'm a millennial.
Senior man,
And once you don't they call Ronaldinho enter
man.
collection.
Because he won't
I don't
do-
they
he
don't
won't
they
do-
put my you don't they
No,
put my hand.
he won't
no,
do
you
one
mentioned-
premise.
no, you
He won't do
mentioned-
one
you
premise.
mentioned
I won't
Hazard.
come out
You
the
mentioned-
table under him.
You mentioned Hazard.
That's
and
the wrong.
You mentioned-
You go tire, my brother.
Oh yeah now.
Wait, Baba.
Don't come up
Salah.
for your waist strap.
Salah,
trying to go for-
based on productivity, based on what you are seeing
This is
with
something
your
we're
eyes.
not saying now. Not define now.
Baba, Salah is probably one of the most productive players to ever play.
Oh, you have to
Yeah,
define
but-
it
No,
now.
but I think Hazard for sure. I don't that this for now and here and now. Hazard, Salah above Hazard in Premier League conversation.
Yes,
Of course.
yes.
And I think until now that wasn't
Yes.
that wasn't an acceptable position to hold. And even by me.
I don't think before now.
Even by me.
No,
the
me
level
already.
of-
Wait,
The
Shebu,
level of- the level-
we did field. Sorry, Ini. We did field that day with the play ball.
Yeah.
Right. What we they talking? Uncle Paul they say.
We're talking
I
like
thought about Robin and Salah.
Yeah.
I'm sorry. Robin cannot be in a competition with Salah in the Premier League.
Of course.
At all.
No, I
Of
would
course.
pick, at both
No.
their primes, I pick Robin.
I'm sorry. Robin cannot be there.
No. That's why I
Wait,
separated.
like
it.
Robin cannot be there as well.
Robin cannot.
That's why I separated
in
it.
Premier League history.
I'm sorry.
Right.
No,
Salah is
no,
Salah
in
is
Premier
above.
League
Premier
terms.
League,
No, in Premier League
Bundesliga,
terms. In Premier League, wait, in Premier League, so we're talking
Oh,
about.
yeah,
no,
Premier
Robin
League,
can't be in
Premier
a
League.
competition with
No,
Salah now.
sorry.
A small thing will make me put Rangis inside.
No, I
Premier
think if I just
Premier League,
two players,
Bundesliga, La Liga, I pick Mo Salah every day of the week.
that's fantastic.
You know why? Because when you talk about Mo Salah, you talk about very profound players who have done great things in their career. There's a guy who never goes missing in games, whatever game it is, and that's Mo Salah.
But that's not
I've
entirely.
seen.
That's not entirely.
No,
That's
true.
not
get-
entirely
no,
true.
no,
That's not entirely
No,
true.
no,
bro.
guess what?
But it's
They
very
go
productive.
missing
No,
for some
hold
games.
on.
Yes.
Level of consistency.
Yeah, sure.
Level of consistency. Season in, season out.
Messi, Ronaldo type.
Is that? Are you using level? Wait. Are you using? No. Are you using level of consistency?
Level of
to compare-
consistency.
Wait, to compare Robin and Salah.
No. Let's let's talk ability.
That's why I said they are prime. That's why I said they are
At their prime.
At their prime.
At their
If Robben
prime,
is not out
Salah-
injured, there is no season that Robben is not holding European football by the neck.
Hold on.
If
But
he's
why-
not
why
injured,
do you
at
guys
their
say
prime.
Hold
Son
on.
is not
Salah
injured? I don't
is
like
doing
that. The fact that he says Son is
25
not
goals
injured.
plus
Yeah, true.
Being fit
every
is part of
season
the game now,
at his
bro.
prime.
Yeah.
Those numbers are numbers Robben didn't get near. Season
At
in,
all.
season
So
out.
I've separated it from the beginning.
So
I've
let's,
separated it from the beginning.
because
right?
we always talk about
Even
football.
the Ronaldo you
Football
are
is
mentioning, he's got a
about
lot of
football
goals.
is about winning.
So what are you
Football
saying?
is about winning. Scoring goals wins
That's
you
why
games.
I asked the question.
So if
Are
you're
we
talking
if we're
about,
talking about goals now, that's
No,
why
no,
I
let's-
wait. That's why I immediately brought Ronaldo.
We're not
into
just
it.
talking goals.
So because we know what we're talking about.
We're not just
we cannot
talking
say
goals.
we cannot say because we're talking Ronaldo. Ronaldo too
No,
did score
hold
lots
on,
of goals
hold on.
as
We're
much
not
as
just
Salah.
talking goals.
So is Salah better than him?
no, we're not just
Let's
talking
see,
goals.
you're
We're
not
talking
getting it.
goals and assists.
Are not the same position.
Salah scores the most
not
goals
the
at
R.
Liverpool, gets the most assists at the club, season in,
Senior man.
season out.
That is not.
If that
is
is not a level
disputable.
of consistency every player will envy,
you.
then nothing
Senior man,
is.
so wait,
Don't
no vex.
finish
Senior
out.
man, no vex. That is not disputable.
Okay.
What I'm disputing is you are using that as a premise to say that's why we cannot put these other people in conversation with Salah. Wait,
it
and
not
that's
true?
why. Wait.
I never
And that's
never
why-
said you can't put
and
him in
that's why
conversation.
I have brought up. Look, if we're talking prime, how many seasons did Ronaldo have? Did he have up to 5?
But Ronaldo was never a winger.
I'm sorry.
now.
I'm sorry,
He
guys.
was,
I'm
he
sorry,
played
guys.
from
I'm sorry,
the
guys.
side.
I
He
will-
played
I will
from the
point.
side.
I'm
He
sorry,
played from the side.
I'm sorry, guys.
Not
Ronaldo
for long.
had 4 years.
Not for long.
I'm sorry,
Not for
guys.
long.
So
Let me come in here, please. The purpose of the conversation, right, is a Premier League conversation, right?
Yes.
To bring Ronaldo into it,
It was an example.
It is an
because
example.
we are
It is-
beginning
it is-
to
it is-
use
it-
goals to
no,
say that's
no.
why this.
It is
cannot
an
be-
example, but can we leave it out of this conversation?
Oh, yeah, let's
right.
go.
So that's one. A more side by side comparison, and I'm limiting it to players have played on the right, cutting from the left. Right. That's why I've used Robben. Right. That's why even when I've left there, I've used Eden Hazard. Right. These are Hall of Famers. Right.
Yeah.
In Premier League terms. Right. The only other players that have done anything in that position, and I've left them out, deliberately, Cristiano Ronaldo, we left him out as well. You speak about starting 11s in the Premier League all time, right? Can you do a starting 11 in the Premier League now without having Mo Salah in it? Is that
All
possible?
time,
No,
right?
you can't.
No.
You can't.
You
All
can't.
time.
You can't.
Right?
He has to
and
be there.
the implication of that is you're going to leave out Beckham,
Easily.
right?
Easily.
You're going to leave
All
out people
those-
like Pires.
Of course.
Easily.
You understand? So you got that basically.
Even Joko.
So what? So basically, so
It's a-
Joko is
it's
a
a-
good player, but he didn't do it for a long time.
No, you're
right?
going to leave Joe Cole out.
So
It's a very
Stop this
nuanced
nah.
conversation.
So-
It's a very nuanced conversation.
Yeah.
And the moment you say leave Ronaldo out of it, I was thinking names, and you see, you're beginning to mention some names, and I promise you, if we take our time and we go through names of players on that same right side, right?
I don't think you find any better than Mo Salah.
No, I'm not saying. You see, when you look at Salah's numbers, right? You have to put him there. But when you begin to mention some names and you go, Salah's numbers is great, but I don't see how.
But 27
I don't see
goal
how.
involvements
No. That's why I keep saying
every season.
Wait,
It is
wait,
monstrous.
Rufai,
It's
the
monstrous,
numbers are
actually.
incredible, but I don't see how you want to pick
I was
a team
still saying
now.
this thing that day
I don't
that-
see how you want to pick a team now. With what someone like Beckham's bring into your team, you don't play him,
Bro,
Say it
Beckham
to me.
go sit down now.
Say it to
With
me,
all due
talk.
respect.
Say it to me, talk. Say it to me, they talk.
With all due respect, though, Beckham
And
go
they
sit
talk,
down
they
now.
say all this because now old player now. This waiting you do. You know,
funny
you know
thing-
do half
the
for
funny
waiting
thing is that
waiting
as
Salah
why-
do.
footballer-
We're in the
You know
same-
do half of waiting Salah
we're in the
do.
same age, Keda.
Kule,
So
you see,
we
Let
have
me
that
tell you,
nostalgia.
Let me tell you.
That's what I'm saying,
right?
Let me tell you.
As good a footballer as
Like when
Beckham
they
was.
always say it is a difficult thing to compare eras, right?
Yeah.
It's an era where the numbers are the most important.
Yeah.
So the players know in their minds.
In Beckham's era, numbers were not that
In
important.
Beckham's era, that was not what was important.
Of
Yeah.
course.
So you can't just go, because of the number,
Yeah.
we're going to pick this one across.
But does
the
that
whole
make
Premier
it-
League.
does
Okay,
that-
okay.
Rufai,
No.
Can I ask a question? If you wanted, straightforward. Who is more what's the word? Influential.
Who's more
Influential in a football match. If you were going to win a football match, on the right side of the
When
the
I know
pitch.
say this brother have bend one free kick in.
No,
it's a
no,
goal.
wait.
I don't
On
say
the
this
right
brother-
hand side.
No,
I don't say this brother have play one cross.
You're playing
as a
against
striker up top,
bro. You're playing a Jurgen
very
Klopp's.
loud.
You're playing a Jurgen Klopp side. Wait.
You go where you want to see the free kick.
See this one.
That's the question.
Why you? What did we talk that day? What you make Ward Prowse they start?
You're
You
playing.
go foul Ward Prowse teammate for do am first. You will learn.
You're playing against a 2015 Chelsea team. You put Beckham
2015, I be
2015 Chelsea. Oh no, sorry, 2005 Chelsea team.
Yeah.
You pick Beckham over Mo Salah to make a difference.
I like the fact that you use that team. Yeah, I'll pick Beckham.
They
And
play-
there's a reason. No. The fact that you even use that team. The hallmark of that team.
No,
was,
but
wait.
you see
Make
that
I
free
answer
kick?
you
You see that
now.
free kick?
Don't be like this. Why they lie?
Wait now. Make I answer you now.
Wait
How
now.
many free kick you want?
You see that free kick where you want to take? You see that free
This is
kick?
now the problem.
Better check go put hand.
Can I ask you a
like
question? Can I ask you a question?
Better check go put hand like this. Come on, tap.
Can I ask you a question? 04-05 Chelsea was known for what? The defensive
Yeah,
stability.
just 15 goals.
So you think that Salah?
Baba,
Wait. So you think that Salah on the right will make a difference?
he can't.
Like mad.
No, I'm not saying he can't. He will make a difference much more than David Beckham.
Okay,
Against
mad.
that, against that
mad.
defense.
What's it Beckham?
Like,
How many Beckham want to do?
Against that
How many
defense.
want crossbow?
Salah no fit see anywhere
Where
go
you
now.
don't see cross. Where Gallas go
Bro,
chop you with ball.
Bro, Messi could not break down that team because na dribbler, because na nifty guy. He could not.
Ronaldinho did actually.
So do you understand what I'm saying? You're telling me Salah.
But
Messi could not break
Salah-
down.
Salah.
The reason I'm picking,
But hold on.
I'm picking David Beckham is because there are options.
Beckham
I don't
wasn't-
guys dribble. I can whip it in. I can.
Beckham wasn't the most skillful player.
Exactly. That's why I'm picking
Salah
him. I'm not
is-
picking him because
hold
he's a
on.
better player.
Salah is very skillful.
That's why I'm picking
Salah
Beckham.
is very skillful. He's not a player who more often than not relies on people giving
And
him
I just
chances.
told you that
Salah is
Messi
a guy
could
who
not
can
break
create
down
a
that
chance
Bro, Messi and
out
Salah
of
different
nothing.
too.
Now let me scatter.
Salah is very fast
Let
too.
me finally scatter the conversation, right?
Ha.
You know, we're all.
So now we
we're
want
all.
to play Messi because Salah.
No, Salah
You
get
know the
pace.
I
You know the lie.
How you got it?
Like they quit. You know the lie.
That
Now you
draw
want to play
the
Messi
line.
now.
That see this line like you know pass.
Don't, if you talk that, that's the way you want.
That's the way you talk again. Don't talk again. I mean,
He said Salah is different from Messi.
if we talk, we talk. I mean, you know, please stop out. But you know,
Just by the way, I was just going out this morning. My gate man said, "Oh, guy, you see my team back."
bro, what a time!
It didn't funny me that.
What a time to be
He said,
alive.
"Oh, guy, you see my team back."
What a time to be alive!
We beat Bayern like the thief.
But I do think that I honestly do think that there is no way you do a Premier League all-time 11 Salah doesn't make it. And
Well, I think so too.
where I want to take it, you know, I want
so
to
why were you
end,
stressing us?
and-
Because you mentioned Beckham, I'll
Why
put
they
Beckham in
stress-
some
why they
context.
stress- why they
where I
stress
want to
me?
end the conversation, right? With this is, I think he's maybe the most. I don't want to use influential because he's not the most influential African player to ever play, but I think he's the best African player to ever play in the Premier League.
The best.
Yeah.
Yeah, Toure will have something to say about that.
About that.
You go mention Drogba. They will tell you
No, it's
Drogba.
JJ.
No, Drogba will say something.
thinking
Drogba
JJ.
na PR, I beg.
Because that best there.
No,
In terms of consistency, I think
I mean, you find a better word. I'm open to it, but
I think
I
you
don't
can put
know.
Salah there.
I
In
don't
terms of
know.
consistency, you have to put Salah there.
Yeah,
that's why-
But-
longevity.
but-
I think Africa's
Salah.
biggest
But
ambassador in
I'm
the Premier
talking
League.
influence in a team.
Influence is a strong word.
Yaya Toure
Right,
was.
Toure
Yaya
Toure
Toure.
have something to say.
Influence.
Yeah, Toure
JJ,
was
I think
really
JJ
I think
influential.
Drogba has.
Hold on a
Drogba
second. Hold on a second.
Drogba
Hold on a
was-
second. I think JJ.
But guess what? Sorry. Guess what? Drogba played in a team where there were lots of leaders. You
Yes,
know,
and he helped in. He
helped
helped
in-
What does that mean?
I
you know, he
think.
played in a team with a
Now
lot
followers,
of
they
leaders.
Liverpool.
Sorry, guys. I think influence. The most influential player in the Premier League, you know, African is JJ. That's the most influential player. I don't think you can find a more influential player to ever play in the Premier League in terms of an African.
Because this influence, like you go define that.
No.
This JJ influence where you talk, you guys define that because I'm thinking, what do you mean influence in his team or in terms of his in terms of the
that's-
what he left in the minds of
Yeah,
Premier League fans.
for an African race, you know, it is very hard for any Premier League fan. I'm not even talking Africans,
But
I'm talking
I think
Europeans.
Rufai is right.
You know, in terms of, you know, an African, when Europeans talk about African players,
Yeah.
there's one name that keeps coming out, and that's JJ.
Yeah,
and,
so-
and that's influence.
Yeah. So Rufai is right when he asked the question, and I have to revise that and say the influence JJ has grew as the game went on, because it's more of an influence in hindsight. You realize that
this guy
there will
was-
never be a
You
player
never-
like this
you
in
never-
a game.
we
Right.
haven't seen anything.
But
just as-
you haven't seen anything like that, and
this,
you most likely will not see anything like that again,
Yeah.
right? But in terms of influence on his team, I think the most influential African player ever to play in Premier League is Didier Drogba, right?
Mm-hmm.
And I think Toure would have a thing or to say about that, but I will say Didier Drogba. But when I say Salah,
Influence on his
when I say
team.
Salah,
Okay.
it's just that when we speak about Salah and as African greats, there's always just that smirk on people's faces, like he never reached there. I think he's there.
It's PR.
He's there, but you see, we're
PR.
Right.
See,
On the
he's there.
same-
bro. See,
on the same
we
pedestal-
know the people where they use PR, so you need to relax.
No, Liverpool no
you
get
see,
PR.
There's a reason. You see, when you mention JJ, right? There's a reason JJ played, and to think he came to Bolton when he was even on his way out of playing football, and he was at Bolton for how long? Maybe
4 years.
4 years.
Something like that, yeah.
Okay. So, and JJ wasn't the guy that scored 15, 20 goals, even at Bolton. But the mark he left is there. Like, people talk about it like, whoa, we saw something that we've never seen, and we haven't seen since then. But we have to give room for that conversation as well, that there's a reason why that is, despite the fact that he's not the guy with a lot of numbers.
I'll ask
and
you-
there's a reason why even the guy with a lot of numbers doesn't seem to have that same impact in people's minds.
I'll ask you a question, right? Do you currently think, just take it forward into the future, do you think you'll see another player excel in the Premier League
Yes.
in a while?
Yes.
Mention a player that remotely looks
From
close to
an African descent.
from an African perspective.
That numbers.
From an
very
African
difficult.
perspective, I haven't
Just
seen-
look around. Just look around. Have you seen any player like that before?
Mm-hmm.
Right, because the history you have to look into history to find if there's been anything like that before, and that informs you what you can potentially expect. Do you think you'll see another player like that? When you look at a player like Mane, for example, we've seen players of Mane's build, right? Didier Drogba, right? Haji Diouf, you understand? Powerful, strong, fast runners, head the ball, But with Salah, has Africa seen a player like that
So
on the right with the amount of pace, productivity, efficiency? Do you understand?
From an African perspective, it's a difficult one to call because we don't even have a robust database of where we see these players as they're coming up. Sometimes they just bust onto the side and say, oh, that guy is from so country.
Yeah,
or that
exactly.
country. So we
True.
don't have a case of where we are able to see them even as they are coming through the ranks. So it's difficult to call from an African
No, it's
perspective.
if they play football manager, you go know.
Aside Messi,
They did football manager.
aside Messi, right?
They did football manager.
No,
You go know.
I mean, fair. Aside Messi,
I'm serious, though.
Have
If
you seen
play
a player like
football
Salah?
manager, you know.
Aside Messi. No, I mean, when you look at it, we keep looking at the numbers.
So what I'm
What
saying-
you want to look for
what you don't
in
see, what I'm
Jersey?
taking you is, it is possible that in the moment we don't realize it, we might never see
we might
player like
never
Salah
see.
again.
So
Yeah.
the reason I immediately said yes. So the reason I immediately said yes, that I didn't say yes that an African player like Salah. I was talking yes on a general, perspective. The reason I immediately said yes was, I think having 20 plus 27 goal involvement in a season for 8 seasons consistently, I think is in this era it's possible to see.
You know if you do it if you don't like play ball.
that of course
Like-
now,
like-
of course now,
like,
of course now.
You know the goal that he scored against City a few years ago? That goal where he dragged him. You know if
that it was a long one from Alisson.
No, against Man City where he took the ball and dribbled, I think 4 people and scored from an impossible angle.
Okay.
You know, I think a week or 2 later, he scored,
He scored the same thing
goal
in
at
another
Watford.
game. Yes.
I still
Yes,
remember
Watford.
Peter Drury say he's not going to do it again, and then when he scored, he said Haas. When they asked him, what? How did you do that? And he said to me, he said, when we're growing up, we played football on the street.
Yeah.
And so when they give you the ball,
You just have to find.
he said 5 people will run after you, and you just have to
find a solution.
He said these things are not taught. We learn it on the
It's
street.
instinctive to me,
So,
right?
So
Yeah.
when
finish
I
it.
said, I was saying like from I wasn't speaking from African perspective. If you say, are we going to see player like Salah again? I think we are, because I think in this era, the focus and the emphasis is on goals, get assists. So And for a player that's coming up wanting to be a winger, you know that that's what is in their minds. So there's a chance that we might have, but also for that to happen, you have to stay in the club for 8 years or more.
Yeah.
Which is what doesn't happen.
And what you said
these days, actually.
what you said there just reminded me, you know, and I didn't see that, but just listening to you now, when you speak about players like Dani Alves redefining how right backs think about the game, I think Salah, Messi's generational talent, and you never see a player like that again. Salah effectively redefine, he's the, when you say you have to play on the right as an attacker, that's the model.
Yeah,
like he's the torch bearer.
So when we say goal scoring wingers,
he's the torch bearer for that.
So he's the man.
I see Saka make runs now, and he will not probably admit it, but I'm sure he learned it from Salah. You know, this making runs inside fullbacks.
Yes.
Saka makes
in front of the
fullback. Yeah. You know, wingers like to
cut back inside,
cut back or get on the side or try to beat the man and go on the outside. Saka plays a 1-2 these days with all the guys, and instead of going on the outside, he comes inside. And Salah did that
another thing that Salah doesn't get a lot of credit for is that Liverpool were able to play like that without a volume goal scorer
because of
as
him.
A striker because of him.
Yeah,
that's the only reason they were able to play with. Firmino loves to drop deep. He's a false nine.
Say Salah know this.
Firmino sabi play. But if doesn't Salah no day, Firmino for no get Liverpool career because there's nobody that would have used him without having someone that scored so many goals.
Yeah. So they're very good finisher. Very good finisher.
Important, right?
So and he's beginning to get into his pass back too now because that assist against Chelsea.
Can we talk about that goal?
That goal. When I saw that goal, I said, "We must have
brilliant goal as that is. The entire back four, should be finding the weak switches.
I agree, but I disagree.
No, hold on. You know that pass. A winger, a player cuts inside. You know, somebody's making a run. See, not like I'm praising Arsenal. You will never see anybody score that kind of goal against Arsenal.
Can I give you another angle?
You know why? You know why? Because people cannot be running and you are standing.
Can I give you another angle?
You know, go and watch that goal again. It was too elementary.
I've
the
watched it
entire
multiple
back
times.
four literally froze.
Can I give you another angle? Can I give you another angle?
I agree. I've always had a problem with goals like that.
Can I give you another angle?
It's a brilliant goal. It's a passing between defenders, but it's so bad when you see.
Can I give you another
like an
angle?
offside
Let me
line,
give you
right?
another angle to that goal.
Because when he's cutting, what is he going to do?
Senior
He's
man,
going
wait
to pass now.
Let me give you
So
another.
why are people standing?
Let me give you another angle to
Please,
that goal.
sir.
If I was a defensive midfielder and Curtis scores that goal, I'll be angry with myself. Because Curtis is a midfielder. He runs from deep.
Yeah.
So you can blame the back line. But the real problem was that nobody saw Curtis's run from deep.
Because all of them are watching the ball. That's why I'm blaming the back four.
No. You can't put...
Rufai, sorry.
I said I agree, but I also have another angle to why...
If you are standing like this and you're watching a guy making the ball, holding the ball, your job as a central defender is not just to see where the ball will go.
I agree.
Is to see where people are running off you.
Senior
And if you
man.
stand
Senior man.
and somebody runs past you
Senior man.
and you are still static,
Senior man.
it is elementary defending.
Sorry, guys.
Wait. You need to understand.
He makes a good point there.
No,
actually.
it's not that you are not making a good point. You need to understand something. The moment Curtis started his run, if nobody picked him up from deep, if somebody was even picking him up, he won't make that run.
Yeah.
The reason he made that run was because he has looked around him, he's alone, and there's a pathway in front of him that nobody is picking up, right? And the moment, if you watch the clip again, Reece James was picking up the guy from the wing, but he saw Curtis's run and then decided we're gonna
Do you know how many times? Guess what?
That was the problem.
I decided we're gonna play him offside. So you can blame the back line all you want.
I've seen Ben White as a right back make that run to cover up his centre backs if they are not making that run many times as a fullback, and particularly as a fullback, because you can see the entire pitch from where you are standing. You're not where the ball is, so you can see people making a run. You know, so I agree that the defensive midfielder should pick the run, but
in
he's
my
not.
opinion, that's what should happen because the coach has clearly gone with two defensive midfielders for that to happen.
Let's leave it there. Great.
By the way, an appreciation for Caicedo. You know, people have disrespected that gentleman for last season, disrespected him last season, but last weekend he showed why
I think
Chelsea
Lavia-
spent
Lavia
that
even
money.
had a better game. To
You
be
know,
honest.
no, I thought
That Lavia boy
Caicedo.
is sabi.
I thought Caicedo.
Chai.
No, Lavia was
We're gonna see that boy.
good touches, but in terms of
The question, I think the bigger question here is that fraud Enzo Fernandez.
no,
right?
Enzo.
UB has it. UB has
that
agenda
Lavia
against
boy.
Enzo.
No,
no.
I'm just wondering.
UB,
I'm just wondering.
UB had an agenda against Enzo. I've joined him now.
He has an
I
agenda.
think Enzo is a fraud.
He's not.
No,
He
he's
is.
not.
Rufai,
He's not. A World
you
Cup
know
winner-
how-
a World Cup winner can never be
Ruf-
fraud.
He's a fraud.
He's not.
Rufai, I have
A
talked
World Cup
up
winner
this
can
guy.
never be fraud.
I've talked up this guy a lot, but believe me,
What do you think is
Enzo is not as good as they think he is.
Yeah, are we talking about?
He's
or
not.
moving
No,
on?
we're
Or
moving.
you want
Let's
to
move on,
respond to him?
but he's a
We're moving on,
fraud.
but I think the problem is
Oh,
that
so now you want to make a point.
Let's
You
go-
want to
let-
move on.
there's a
You
fraud.
can
There's
go
an
to
half. Somebody said that say Sancho free trial don't expire. They hooked him up at halftime.
that's the thing.
I knew it.
So that's the thing.
Man
If I
United
ask
fans are
you now,
looking for Sancho to have one
to
bad game.
fail, to fail.
Very
With
useless.
a final like
It
this.
wasn't that bad, Sha. It wasn't that
No,
bad.
it wasn't bad.
If I ask you a
that bad.
question,
It was-
and
he
let-
had-
let me-
and he had-
let me-
he had a penalty.
let me
in the first
ask
half.
you. It was a penalty. Yeah. Let me ask you a question. A direct question. What do you think is Enzo's problem?
Position.
I wanted to say confidence.
No,
Hold on.
I need
I
to
wanted to say
clarify this.
confidence. I wanted to say
We'll see
confidence.
the Chelsea
And
conversation.
Okay, let's
I've
go.
been
Yeah,
talking
no.
confidence for a long time. It's not confidence. He's not that good.
We're
We'll talk about it
going
when
to talk
we
about
get
Enzo much later, right? But just to wrap up the Salah conversation, and don't wait till the show finishes for you to leave a comment. Leave a comment. Let us know what you make of this Salah conversation, and of course, I think that this year he might not be in top scorers, in that top, because that's not how Liverpool fundamentally trying to play. But I think he might end up with the most assists this season. I really do think so. And the one place to make those bets is at Gigawin.
Yeah.
The website is gigawin.io. So make those bets.
We're
on
talking
Gigawin,
about
right?
title challenge from the
Right,
beginning
right.
of the show.
Yeah,
We
so-
can go place
no.
bets now.
So we move. So we title challenge. Let's do that as well, right? Who do you
Do
think will
they
win the title?
do they have that? Title?
Yeah, I think they have the
Oh,
market
Gigawin.
for.
Oh,
I think
they have
Gigawin
that
has the market for
okay.
that. Yeah. So
And it would be a fierce one. I think
Yep.
it would be a fierce one. So if you get your bets early, it would be great.
Yep.
And stake some really good money.
Yep. And we're
And
giving
the
out.
title winner will not be Man City.
I
can
think
guarantee
it will
you
be
that.
City. The
They
good
play.
thing about this
play.
this ability to stake is that we're giving out $5 to 10 people on the show today as well. So all you need to do is open an account with Gigawin, and we're going to credit your account with $5, which is about 9,000 naira these days. So it's it might sound like 5, but it's actually 9,000 naira. So yeah, do that, and that would be great, right? Let's pick up the pace now. Before we leave Salah, I wanted to put in on the spot, and of course we played the game before. It's a different variation of the game. It's called "Stay Quiet Till You Hear a Premier League Player, Past or Present, right? Forward rather, that is better than Mo Salah, right? So, are you ready?
Say that again.
So
Sorry.
stay quiet
until
till
you hear
you
someone
hear
that's better than Mo Salah.
a player,
In the
past
Premier
or
League.
present, a forward better than Mo Salah. You get it?
Okay.
Yeah, right then. Damian Duff, Phil Foden, Solomon Kalou, Luis Nani, Riyad Mahrez, Descartes, Robert Perez, Dennis Beckham.
Dennis Bergkamp.
That Dennis Beckham. See,
Dennis
bros,
Bergkamp.
that Dennis Beckham kill you there.
Allow him 9 choice.
Dennis Bergkamp.
They shout see so.
Footballer. Pure
Oh, he
football.
scored 50. He scored 50 goals. last season.
Hold on. I might have a bias for Dennis Bergkamp, but in terms of football brains, they are not up to 5 footballers.
Nonsense and ingredients.
All-time great. All time. In terms of pure football brains,
Right.
there is not
You get-
Zizou. I can count
You get
them.
football brain with that.
Zizou, Ronaldinho, Messi. Those 3 players.
Iniesta?
Maybe. But in terms of football brains,
Right.
when you hear Thierry Henry talk about him, he said, when I played with him, I could go anywhere and he will find me. He said, Dennis never looked for my ability. He could find me anywhere, even if I went to the forest. His football
Nice.
brains, his football brains, the kind of thing Bergkamp used to do. I'll give you a little thing. Go and watch the semi-final of the France 98.
So you give me assignment
Hold on.
now.
France 98 semi-final.
For this show, we take relax.
Hold on.
Homework.
For this show, we take relax.
They give me homework.
Semi-final France-Argentina. No, sorry, Argentina-Holland, France 98 World Cup, I think quarterfinals. Long ball like this. This guy who was called Roberto Fabian Ayala. Go and read about him. Ayala was Nesta level at his time. Long ball like this. Dennis Beckham took a first touch. Ayala came. He bounced the ball and nutmeg fire Ayala. There is only one person who could do that, and then Dennis. You seen the greatest Premier League goal against Newcastle?
Yeah,
the one is flicked. There is only one person who can do it.
Oh, so I'm glad you're coming back.
I
to
think
There's only one person.
You are coming
let's
to what I've said.
give IBK a chance
Say
to
50 goals.
let's give IBK a chance to stay quiet till he hears a better player than Mo Salah. IBK, you ready?
Yeah.
Damien Duff, Phil Foden, Solomon Kalou, Riyad Mahrez, Nani, Descartes, Robert Pires, Dennis Beckham, Antonio Valencia, Freddie Ljungberg, Ashraf Vin, Carlos Tevez, Bernardo Silva, David Beckham, Son Heung-min, Ian Robben, Cristiano Ronaldo. This is how we get it, Chris.
I just knew Abike was going to do something useless.
You there, Chris?
You don't keep quiet now.
He keep quiet.
So Ronaldo. So I mentioned no. You know,
Leave her. He said they do better now. Moving on.
Nice. Let's move on, right? Where's Wale? Where's Wale, please?
You're an idiot.
Proper idiot. Where's Wale, please? So let's pick up the pace now. I want to speak about football's 10 over 10 performances, right? And I was watching Champions League this week, and I thought, I'm from the old school era, so when we watch the game, we're all from the old school. When we watch the game, it takes a lot for someone to say somebody has done a 10 over 10 performances, and just watching, Vinny Jr. this week, there are games that your mind clocks and almost holds on to as this is a game you will never forget, right? This is a game that this guy made himself a football legend. This is the game that this guy said, I am in the history of this club forever, right? And those games are, Zidane versus Brazil. That's a game you would never forget. Messi versus United, 2009. Then Roy Keane versus Juventus. Gerrard AC Milan. Czech Bayern Munich. That kind of game. Kaká United, 2007.
Why you don't watch
You
ball?
know that when you watch those games, you know that this guy would never be forgotten as a football player, right? Benzema PSG.
Salah have that kind of game.
Bale Inter Milan. You know that.
Move on.
You know that. You know that this game. Nobody ever
Bale
forgets.
Inter Milan.
Bale Inter Milan. Nobody.
You never forget.
Like watching in the moments, you knew that this was one of those games that you were happy to have seen.
Is it a question where I asked,
Right.
Does Salah have that kind of game?
Me, I don't move on.
Leave the idiot.
Me, I don't move on. Right. So
He dey find clicks.
So I was watching. Obviously, we all watched Vinny Jr. In the midweek, and I was thinking to myself, did that performance catapult him into this legendary status as a Madrid player, where you're just looking at it and thinking, in the future he will be referenced as one of the greats, like not because of that game.
How many Champions League has he won?
Not 3 or 2.
2.
Because everybody I imagine now 3 Champions League.
I know saying good on reach 3 now.
No, 2.
No, I think it'll be 2. I think
Who is that?
He scored the
Vinny
winning goal.
Jr.
He will score the winning goal against Liverpool.
I'm realizing at 3.
Ha! He scored 2. He
But
scored
they
the
win
winning
this
goal.
thing every season. Person no wicked.
This is weekend.
Nah,
I
Illuminati
said the
win.
Illuminati, these people, the Illuminati, nothing anybody.
After
will
that,
tell
trick,
me.
he say we want to win this season again. Now
Wait.
your back trophy.
You go.
No,
You
but
go
the funny thing, I was switching the games, so I saw Dortmund 2-0. I said, beat this Madrid. Not like I will gain
I
anything,
tossed
but
no
just
money
beat
for that
them.
game.
Guess
It
what?
was
I just said beat this Madrid. I don't go watch other Arsenal match. I don't watch. One Arsenal player get injured. They treat. I say make I go check. I see 4-2. I say G. This club.
Vinicius scored 3, right?
He scored
Yeah,
a hat
yeah.
trick.
I think this one adds to. It had this kind of performances before. Maybe not scored 3 goals, but it's had this kind of situations where he carries the
Did
game.
you see
and
the
goes,
second
"Look,
goal?
we're
The
going
second
to-"
goal. Dortmund were attacking.
Yeah.
They put a cross into the area. It was the
And he
block
went
there.
all the way.
He took the ball.
Yeah.
Yeah, from
The minute
zone
he
out.
I
started,
thought he was going to pass. So
the minute he started running,
bro.
What's his name?
Mbappe. Mbappe
What's
was
his name?
making a run.
Emre Can. Emre Can was running with him, and Emre Can is a good runner in midfield. He started running with him, and then he said, this boy is
This
gone.
one, this
go
one.
foul the guy.
He couldn't foul the guy because he couldn't get near.
I was thinking
The guy
I
was
thinking the same
sprinting
exact
away.
thing, right? When this boy begin to run,
I will
right,
never understand
I'm
it.
always thinking, take the decision quickly.
No, see, you know that thing,
eh.
see, it's not even like I'm capping. I feel no Sabi do anything for this football. See, I feel no
Sabi
Sabi
do am.
play any football for my life. Once I see an opposition player pick the ball up with one kind of conviction, I know, say this person, the way they go, he don't dribble first, go 1, 2. I know, say this person, he be like, say,
know,
this person,
pass
adrenaline,
the problem-
I
the
will-
pass
I go
anything
quickly
now.
It's
hack
like
you down.
it's like the Son Heung-min goal against
Burnley.
West Ham.
against West
Against Burnley. It was
Burnley.
Burnley.
There
is no way
against
nobody
Burnley.
will
It
foul.
was
bro, when you watch that thing back, when they accelerate, they go. They get to a point where you have lost the window to
do the
to hack
foul.
him
You
down.
can't do it anymore.
You understand? Because you know if you accelerate, Richard. When I was watching Vinny run in the first run on touchline,
Yeah.
in the run they go right. after the first 4 seconds or so, I realized that I was asking the question like, why not hack him down? The guy that was running with him was out of steam.
Yeah, of course, Emre Can.
You know when you're running,
Yeah,
right?
yeah.
And you want to tackle somebody, you have to increase your energy level to make the tackle,
Yeah.
right?
Yeah, you have to. Yeah,
You
yeah.
have
Yeah.
to increase
Because that tackle save na strength you
Now,
want to
yeah,
use.
so you-
and you even make an attempt to try and get the ball.
Get the ball, that kind of thing.
That's
Defense-
waste
So, bro, the players don't max out.
yes,
Now
now.
I like waiting Ramos tell.
have to-
Waiting be his name.
Va-
This guy
Vavadi.
with the
You have to
Vavadi.
bring the guy down.
Ramos don't know. Say Vavadi won't follow Morata run.
You have to
He
bring
don't.
the guy
If you follow
down.
this guy,
Kill
run,
him.
This guy go beat you.
You have to bring him down
Don't
now.
even follow and
and you see
run.
this thing that you said that. You see this thing that you said that when you get to a point, you realize that you have missed the
window, yeah.
Yeah.
to do it. Because when you now get to a point, a certain doubt now comes into your mind. Oh, if I do am here, oh maybe not red card or maybe not yellow card, or if I do am here, it's too close to our post, they can score. Papa, as it starts, as you see, say this boy won't do it now.
Right.
You know,
Now, this is the Ramos
I've
they
told
do.
someone this before. I say the hardest goals to score are those goals where you've exerted a lot of energy from a distance.
Yeah, and then you now.
There are people I see. If I see Nicholas Jackson pick the ball up from midfield and run
He never
straight
score.
at
You know
me,
he's not scoring it.
I know he won't score.
He never score.
If Havertz-
had too
Because
much
If
time.
Havertz picks
Yeah,
the
that
ball
run
up
and
from
run like
midfield
that.
and runs at,
You know he's
I know
not
he
scoring.
won't score.
Yeah.
Energy could not finish.
Listen what you're talking.
Because
Energy
it
could
is-
not finish
it
right.
is so hard.
You know, I was about to say,
It's so hard to pick the
Exhaust-
ball up,
exhaust
run
good
that
ball.
long, that for that long,
and still score like
and
that.
still have the presence of mind
You-
to
make the
accurately
right
put the
decision.
ball in
You
the
know,
net.
you know, I was about
How
to
Messi
say the
take do
biggest.
that Getafe
You know, I was
win?
about to say the biggest.
I know they
Oh,
like
no,
this guy.
you know, I was about to
this guy.
say-
We're gonna talk football. You talk
You
Messi.
talk Messi. You know, I was about to say.
Bro,
Like,
how Messi
I
take
think-
that
I beg-
Getafe
I beg-
win?
I
Messi
beg-
is not human. Let's
I beg-
Messi
You know, I was
not
about
human.
to say
Stop this nonsense.
the biggest development Vinicius made. Not even of course he can dribble and all that. I think the biggest involvement he made was the development he made was to still run at that pace and have control of the ball. The control of the ball he has while running like that is too much. You know that goal. You know he ran into the box and then played the ball back.
No, he
this
didn't
way.
run to the box
Okay,
on
it
the
was
edge.
outside.
He was
Okay.
on the edge.
And then play the ball back this way. So like
But Mbappe
at
helped
that
him there.
speed, at that speed, he was still looking at okay, the keeper. I go put him
The
back. to
presence
place.
of mind.
That's what I'm saying. Like that's what he's saying. Like when you run that far, you've had time to think about maybe my babe. I don't miss a call. My mama this time. Like you have had time to think. You can think about 1,000,001 things. We're talking 65 yards thereabouts, right? And you arrive, and
just-
you now
it's just-
narrowing.
it's just
You now narrow. You now sieve out all the thoughts in your mind and focus on the one thought that is most important: to put the ball
In
in
net.
the back of the net, right? Bear in mind, the goalkeeper sees you coming all the way.
So he's preparing.
So he's preparing, right? Okay, I'm gonna make
And
it
he's
quick.
hoping that somebody hacks him down.
I'm gonna make it quick. Stop that guy. So when you guys have not done it, I'm thinking, right? That is a 10 over 10 performance,
Yeah,
right?
it is.
And very few players in their lifetime would have a 10 over 10 performance. Very few.
Yeah,
Right.
I agree.
Even on Champions League nights when you win, very few players have a 10% performance.
So I was listening to Thierry Henry and he said that, when the story of Mbappe going to Real Madrid, he respects Mbappe a lot, but the fact is that he said Vinicius has made that team his own,
Of course.
and that's how bad it is. Like he has
I don't
made
look Mbappe, say
he has
he-
made
he
the
dey
team
look
his
for
own.
Ballon d'Or.
So I know
go
that
clear
Mbappe
why.
is this. He came with a lot. Coming to the team,
Yeah.
but I can never imagine that. So people were thinking Madrid would give that number 7 shirt to Kylian Mbappe.
But people always speculate now. It's
Nah,
Vinicius now. It's not just any player now.
Baba,
It's Vinicius we are talking about.
I made one tweet 2022, and I don't even know who brought that tweet out. I said Vinicius was going to win the Ballon d'Or before Kylian Mbappe.
But he
You
has
know.
not won
You
it
two,
now.
you are not one. That's
yeah.
1, 2. You tell you were speculating now.
I was so sure.
So sure from what?
Baba,
Are you part of the council that votes?
I want see.
After
I'm working.
Liverpool, I beg, what
I
you
want.
want?
I won't be scout.
Who go
I
win next
won't be
election?
scout like this because I dey see players we go flourish.
You don't get that.
Right. IBK, that your quota.
This is your ministry where you work on self for here. If I say you don't build one Paco congregation center where you want to bring people in. You don't go to
right.
minister. I see organic my future. I see your organic leave am alone.
But speaking of which, right, I do think that the game would never forget Vinny. I
course.
I honestly do think so.
Absolutely.
It's like Neymar, the PSG night. That's the game that Neymar.
Yeah, that Neymar
said,
game.
Yeah.
I might not win the Ballon d'Or, but you would never forget me.
Oof.
You would never forget that.
What a
I was
performance.
here.
What a
Right,
performance.
and I think that was a 10 over 10 performance.
Yeah, it was.
And I wanted to ask, the people who watch our podcast, let us know the great 10 over 10 performances
The
that
greatest for me.
that you've watched in football. The
The
great 10 over
greatest
10.
for me is
Come
that.
on, it's difficult to pick one. No.
For me, the
If you don't say,
greatest.
if it's the only one you can say, and if you don't say, we end the show now.
The
Mine is-
greatest for me is the Zizou one against
That's
Brazil.
against Brazil.
Mm-hmm.
That's the greatest
I see
Football performance
when I watch that game
by a football player
when they,
ever.
When they want to do World Cup, that's how I look forward to the World Cup a lot. They always go back to show all these old matches, bro. That day,
I know a funny thing. That game no go sweet if you watch am for if you before the World Cup they start showing you old matches. You can watch that game on YouTube or something like that, right? But that game no go sweet if you watch am for YouTube. Now until DSTV will show the game.
Yeah, now with commentaries,
you
with
understand?
everything.
Now you go watch the game.
Brazil had Ronaldinho,
They had everybody. Zero Beto.
They had Zero Beto. They had
Zero
Gilberto.
Beto used to be a monster.
Brazil had a
Gen Z's-
midfield. They
They just left the group on this one.
They don't know. Brazil had a midfield that
That was
can contend
insane.
with anybody.
See, Zidane share give
Zidane
everybody.
hold ball
You know
like
it was a
this.
Bayern Munich now. Ha! Man.
Zidane hold ball like this. Tell these people, una father and una mama.
No, that game is too mad. Though, I beg.
No. That is the greatest.
It was the fact that
it
it was the fact that they could not. You don't understand, like. Now, great players too did the opposition. They could not touch him.
Zidane,
bro.
they height Ronaldinho.
And he came back from
He dey hype Ronaldinho,
retirement.
yeah,
Oh.
bro. It
He
was
came
like,
back from retirement like
you
he had retired from the national team. They struggled to qualify for the World Cup. They said, "Sir, please come."
you watch. It's like I watched the Jordan. I think that when you speak about sportsmen with aura, there is Jordan, Muhammad Ali, top of the list, right? But I think that in that one game, Zizou joined. Like how someone is like,
Yeah,
I'm here.
Because if you are talking football,
That's
I
the
think
greatest
Zizou
football.
Zizou probably commands more aura than anybody. If you watch
nobody.
Mine. I think the 10 over 10 performance has to be Messi against Man United 2011 final.
The header.
No.
No,
The header was in
performance.
2009. But the 2011
In
performance
terms
was
of
great.
performance.
In terms of performance, he ran the game.
I think the first final, the one where Pedro scored, Messi didn't necessarily.
No, that's the 2011. Pedro
That's
scored in
2011.
2011.
The header one.
The header.
The header one, Messi.
The header was
the head-
2009.
So the header one is where I think
No,
Messi-
it was
No,
actually
it was
no. The header one. Messi was not really.
Messi was
He
not.
just scored that.
Oh, no.
header.
Okay,
that one
This
with
that
Baba
he's
and
talking
the
about.
2011.
This
Okay.
one that he's talking
With Baba
about.
and the shake like
2011
this.
is the one that Anderson were midfield and co now.
Yeah,
Right.
this one with Ferguson and the shake like this.
That was the one.
But the guy, they hold ball like
That
they
was the
play
one,
1-2.
No, they couldn't. Nobody could touch him.
See, Messi, they play 1-2 with person.
Bro, pack the song them. They hack him down. Everybody
Make I
hack him
tell
down.
you something,
Messi stand up first, trap the ball. Begin the run again. Referee say, "How far?"
Make I tell you something. Now, why are they always talk say everybody talks about Messi just talent, not work hard? You people, if you play football, you go no say if Messi no be physical specimen, he get things where he no fit do.
Of course.
I was watching a clip recently. Messi do 1-2. In they come from midfield. He do 1-2. I think it was Suarez or something. Suarez is like box. He just, all those he moves when he go cutting, give the ball to Suarez. Suarez drop him back to him. Bro,
At the same pace.
Bro, he played the ball in between two players for the 1-2. Suarez dropped the ball back. Messi got to the ball before the two players.
No,
You can't tell me that's the physical level where that
Of
brother
course.
day in his prime.
So
Person say if you bring Maguire, say you see that tweet say if Maguire come Yanokpaja, saying go show how to play football.
You learn now.
Then see a professional player.
You gotta learn.
Ordinary Manolas we go
Manolas go
play.
play amateur, score 5 goals, 6
You
goals.
go learn now.
I never tell you one of my guys we go Europe.
You go learn.
He say he go play Europa League game. He say as they put him. Say 20 minutes like this, he don't run. He say he was
But he
running
will
out
tell
of
him.
breath. He say one of his teammates told him, "Hey son,
You're
you just came on."
We're expecting more from you.
Says we won't die just now.
Frank talk out now.
Frank said it now.
The guy say, that's why I realized that the football we play in Africa is too slow.
Frank
So
don't
like
say-
there's nothing like let me just rest for a moment.
Baba,
Let me-
Frank knows say the first match for Brentford, everybody they pass him. He say, ball does they pass him. Slow mo. I am in trouble.
You don't realize that I'm in slow mo. Like, one of this week, one of the things I really
very good.
enjoyed watching, and I'm a big NBA fan, is the LeBron and Bronny
They don't come back to deny me sleep.
Bronny moments, right? And why this came up now is about the pace of the game. So before they put them on, and shout out to JJ Redick, the Lakers coach. LeBron tells his son Bronny, says,
Are you ready? You ready?
"Say you ready?" Says, "Yep." He says, "You see the intensity, right? You learn by your mistakes. Go down, be carefree. You get." So that when you said that pace thing, I realized that he was telling him like, "Look, what do you play for house?
Don't be the same.
No,
thing
see
for
the
you.
see the pace of the
See
game.
this
You get what I'm
intensity. People go do-
Get on."
They-
Like
people
that
are
moment,
They go
like,
push
like,
you.
I don't know
Run
if you
through
guys feel that moment. Like I'm watching the story on the
That
touchline.
boy is
Like,
just 20. Oh.
I was watching so there's a video of him carrying the son, right?
Yeah.
And when he was small, and to play with your son in
Mad.
that moment,
Mad.
I think
It's mad.
I do think is the greatest sports story ever. I
Possible.
honestly think
Possible.
so.
It's happened in
And
football.
I'll tell you why. And people speak about LeBron and people are like, oh, it's nepotism. The only reason the son will make it there is because the father is there. I agree with you, right? But you have to realize who LeBron is. The NBA, as you know it now, built the franchise on a 17-year-old's back, hoping that he would be scandal free. He would not crash as one of the great black men's crash when they have money. This guy has been playing for 22 seasons.
Bloody hell,
Like,
man.
At the top level. Like they built a franchise on his child's back.
So
you know the Michael Jordan, LeBron didn't take over from Michael Jordan. Like there was a gap. And they had to now re-anchor the franchise on him. So what you know as NBA today is
LeBron.
literally LeBron. Like he is the pillar on which it's built. So if anybody in the world deserves to say, I need my child to be picked as
No,
a draft pick, he deserves it. Of
People
course.
love,
I don't know how
people, people love to focus on the negatives a lot.
That
If
is
you're-
this Ferguson thing we're talking about.
if you own a company away from sports, if you own a company, right, or maybe you own a law firm,
Yeah.
this is even more personal. You own a law firm and you have not forced your child to do law by fire by force. The child looked at it and decided, I'm going to do law as well, and they go to school. They stay, dedicated. They come out of school, excel, and all that. And then you say, oh, because it's my child, I'm not going to give him internship. Because it's my child, I'm not going to give him internship. Oh, people who have excelled like him might struggle to get internship. But it does that mean I won't give him? I won't bring him in and give him something.
People don't realize that, you don't
Because of what people will say.
You don't build a name because for you alone. You don't build a
course.
name
Yeah.
just for you. When you think about the early African players, who came to the Premier League, there's this Ghanaian Lamptey. You have a few African players who came into the Premier League, and
what's his name, Lucas Radebe.
You know, Lucas Radebe, you know, people like that. And they did something. What they did was not just play good football and earn a decent pay, but they were opening a real channel for a lot of African players to come. So if you build yourself, you dedicate your time and do so well for a particular, club or an endeavor, I mean, who says you cannot ask for some
I think at the very least you deserve that.
You know, Baba, it happens in football 1 million times.
Bro, do you know how many?
When Chelsea signed Hazard, you know how many Hazard brothers
signed?
Mbappe's
brother just left PSG now.
When Ronaldo go at Nasri, is his son not in the academy now?
Yeah.
People just like
Timothy Weah is playing at Juventus.
Yeah.
The boy is not half as talented as his father was.
See Thuram picking too.
No. Timothy Weah
earning it, yeah.
And Thuram, you can look at his children and they are very good footballers. They are very good footballers. I'm talking Timothy Weah. He's not the best of footballers.
He's not the best of,
but his father created a legacy in this league. The only African player to win the Ballon d'Or up till date. Yeah. And you think that name should not give his son access to the room.
The people when they talk this thing, they go pray for the
they play.
When they wake up,
they want it.
They go pray.
My thing is, if the access comes and the kid misuses the access, then you see, people are too impatient to put out their criticism.
Yeah.
Right? Relax. Right?
Relax.
Right? Wait a little bit, right? Allow the kid to succeed or fail. Yeah. Then you can say, I knew. But you cannot be at the front. I was looking at the clip, right? Where in game, like, it's such an incredible thing. I'm so in awe of it. Like, in game, LeBron is coaching the son in game. And people are like, no, you should coach.
I think there was a part where he
gave him the ball,
and I think he told
him touchdown, knock down,
something like that. The guy 3 points,
and the ball is going back. Like, do you know what must be running through that guy's veins?
These are stuff of dreams.
Like,
it's the stuff of dreams, man.
This is a child that you carry like this. You see they walk.
Stuff of dreams.
Before they play. Like, and after the game, they're interviewing them pitch side. I'm telling you, if the world ends that moment, I'm sure he's one of the happiest people in the world has ever. Like, do you know what it means? Someone said, Bron, I can ask you only one favor. Don't sleep with your teammate's mother.
Yeah. Somebody today that say it's incredible. Say his teammate is sleeping with his mother.
Sleeping with your teammate's mother.
You don't understand. You understand?
I don't want to.
No, but it's actually true. The son's teammate is sleeping with his mother.
And
wow.
I really wanted to, I was having this conversation, and I'm trying to take it out of my head, right? But it keeps coming back. When the NBA is about to start every season, you see a flurry of commercials.
Yeah.
Right. This is a global product. Right. Global brand. I'm not sure. Maybe $1 billion or maybe $2 billion worth more thereabout. But this is a global brand that every year realize that they owe it to themselves to try and harvest the attention or pick the attention of the viewers so they can harvest it in revenue. And you see the LeBron, the thing where he's pouring cereal in Bronny's car, right? And his Maybach comes and he enters and he says, "Hey, rookie, better don't be late." So the rookie opens the door and the cereal comes out from the car. That is an incredible commercial.
Was it Nike
commercial, right? Yeah. You know what they will say, I don't give Nike commercial for free for sure. Nike, you don't want to give free commercial.
You go see Nigeria. You go see
Yoruba.
No disrespect to the industry.
Then five raise the budget now. The budget now like 10 million naira. They go open Coke, come on the Coke now. No show the Coke.
Or Apple. This iPad.
I'm big shout out to Nollywood. They work it so hard.
This your shout out because
big shout out to them. Before they say I'm disrespecting them. My wife works in that industry, so I'm not disrespecting them.
No disrespect.
But I say to my wife all the time. Is it this nonsense you people do? You are hiding Apple. Apple will be past your industry.
No,
So,
no.
see.
Apple GDP is higher than Nigerian GDP.
Let me tell you.
It was that show.
They hide
Pace,
Apple.
say hide this Apple. Hide these windows.
I just want to say this, just in case any Nollywood director or whatever is watching. Me, I don't have a problem with them. The only problem I have with them, and it's the reason why I struggle to watch the movies. And now I even try. I watch. You know, I watch.
No, you're in the industry.
I watch it. I watch.
IBK.
I never have now push content. before.
IBK.
You
I don't want any.
I never have now push content. That's it. You never message me to push content. You want from one? Which industry? You want? That's it.
I don't want any industry.
You did there, no they lie. You should be, you know.
Leave him not lie.
Oh, this time last year,
You know what time when he called me saying he need some actors.
This is why they
He
lie.
thought they lie say.
Leave her, they lie.
Say no the industry.
Tell us which industry you there. I will get a sports industry. I will get
I don't do any industry. That's street.
Oh, you dey lie. So the reality be say I don't get anybody industry.
I beg.
Right?
I'm saying it
He
here now.
won't come anyway. You
When
do
I
it.
see work, we want my time for the money where they there. I do am. I don't dare anybody industry.
I'm saying it here now, and I'm saying it a point of reference. I'm not in any industry. if biggest bear Wiz say I'm not an Afrobeat artist, who I be? I don't do anybody industry. I just do on my own.
So what I was going to say was that the biggest problem for me with these movies that they are the dialogue. You can't make a good movie without good conversation.
Yeah, of course.
Forget the cinematography and
Yeah,
all
of
this
course.
other. Forget all this.
I say
you can't make a good movie without quality, seamless conversation.
You cannot walk
the
into
dialogue needs to make
you
sense.
cannot walk into a room and see somebody or somebody tells you get out of my house, and then you now ask the person, are you asking me to leave your house? Are you stupid? Are you stupid? Like, how do you write the kind of thing? I tell my wife all the time, I say Nollywood needs to go from here to here with their scripting.
Exactly. I don't.
Once your storyline is, and your story can be great, once your dialogue, because people,
Bro,
this is why we watch.
This is why we watch.
the movies I enjoy the most.
This is why
bro.
we
Let
watch
me tell you, I watch. Let me tell you, I watch series. Right? Send me a series. I watch episode 1. Episode 1 is going to determine if I'm going to continue. So I watch episode 1.
I go 1, 2, 3 actually.
No, sometimes it depends on what I see from episode 1.
Yeah.
I'll say, okay, make I watch episode 2, see how they go. Once I watch episode 1, there are a few things I just
when we
run through my mind. The dialogue, the plot, okay, look like say the plot makes sense.
bros,
Then
when,
I can
when we
continue.
small that year, we they watch actor and boss. They shoot gun, that. When we don't grow small,
Yes, now.
we know they watch those kind of things. We want watch movie where people
You get
they
there are movies
talk.
I've seen.
No, because it's your time. You're taking
Yeah.
out resting time.
Yeah,
you're trying to relax,
enjoy it.
not to enjoy
It
it.
needs to make sense. And that's why me, for example, I tell people, I think you were the one. I said, me, I watch movies back. I was speaking to someone. I said, no, me, I didn't
that's
watch.
hard for me. I'm watching Prison Break back now.
I
though.
watch movies back. I watch series back. I feel watch season 1 to season 6, and then later when I will go watch season 1 again, start from the beginning. If na movie like for example Suits, I can watch Suits like I don't watch them again season 1 to the end.
Yeah.
Like 2-3 times. I can go and watch it again from season 1. The dialogue is impeccable.
Of course.
It's impeccable.
So
when you're in the communications business, like we are, you know, those things, you find those things fascinating because you can always pick up something, you know, you can always pick up, you know, that's why I watch any movie that has Gary Oldman in it. I love it, you know.
Gary Oldman.
You know, you want to listen to
Al
wisdom,
Pacino.
you know, you want people, you like to hear those, you know, those
like
kind of,
it's like when you watch mafia movies. If I watch a mafia movie and doesn't have Robert De Niro, Joe Pesci, not directed by Martin Scorsese, it's sauce. I'm looking at it like
so Sopranos, the series,
Sopranos,
right?
yeah.
Any website you check, you know, that rates series and everything like that, you cannot do top 5 series of all time.
Sopranos is like one of
Is what is top 3 is there,
like one
right?
of
the conversations in that show.
It's the
Right.
conversation.
This year, the best movie I've seen in terms of dialogue is The Gentleman, right?
Yeah.
On Netflix.
That's the exact same reason I watch Gentleman.
Gentleman, the dialogue in Gentleman. You see Gentleman.
But the movie boring, Derail.
No, the movie
has things that
the
you won't like.
the story is
boring.
it can be.
But you see why it felt like that to you is
I'm not a
because
movie person anyway.
why
No,
I feel like
Guy Ritchie-
movie-
that's actually Guy
that's a
Ritchie's
Guy Ritchie
style.
movie. If you know Guy Ritchie, you know good day. That's it.
That's a Guy
that's
Ritchie.
how Guy Ritchie
That's a Guy
does
Ritchie movie.
movies.
Yeah, but I was gonna say I don't have the grace to watch movies back a lot, but I'm watching Prison Break back now, right? And the only reason I'm watching it back is because my understanding, my worldview hadn't been where it is now, so I want to watch it
You
back and
catch some more things.
you know,
You
that-
catch
that's-
new
you
things.
catch new things
You
that you-
appreciate it more. The work that they put in.
it's incredible. But why I actually brought up the commercial story about the NBA before we move on to other things is that it is not possible for you to be in the business of building a brand and before the season starts you just appear.
You just appear from nowhere.
Just announce I'm season is starting August 31st.
That's the one that they do now,
right.
Sabi.
You don't do any adverts. You don't spend money. Like, I mean, look, people watch LeBron anyway, but they had to
Without the ads.
Nike had to call him and say, look, we have to do this. You understand? Pour cereal into your career. Hey, rookie, don't be late, right? Now that creates an opportunity for the guy who wrote the script is the one that takes the ultimate credit, because that script is not thought about by LeBron, right? And his son is telling him, "You're too old for this," right? So in that same script, they've talked about LeBron's age, longevity. They've announced that he's the rookie coming into the league, right? And you've ultimately slapped the brand on it,
Yeah, but
right?
you see-
And you've also picked interest for the season.
Yeah, but
you see
what people don't. Another angle that people don't
Yeah.
get in this climb is that you see when you said the scriptwriter gets the ultimate credit. I think the scriptwriter gets the ultimate credit inside the industry because they know
Yeah,
that's the
not
person that
for
created
outside.
that.
That created
But
that,
on
yeah.
the outside, the product you are trying to sell. I think in this part of it, what people don't
actors.
get a lot is that the product you are selling is something that human beings are doing. It's not if it's telecoms, now network people they find. They don't want to know who code them with the network they work. But we're talking football, we're talking even broadcasting. It is people's faces that the your potential clients or your potential buyers are seeing.
Yeah.
So the level or the volume you are going to sell is heavily dependent on how much people like the people behind that product. So your how much you are going to sell is heavily dependent on how big the people doing it are.
I agree.
So these people here don't understand that if you're trying to sell our league, you have to make our players superstars. If you make them superstars, you sell the league.
You sell the league, yeah.
You can't sell
It's
the
not
league
about-
without your players
it's not
being
about the
superstars.
clubs.
Yeah.
It's not about the
You get-
clubs, it's not about the
and-
owners, it's
and-
not about
and
all
that's-
these people.
And I have to give a bit of credit to the clubs in the MPFL. I see some clubs trying
Yeah,
to
yeah.
go. I follow a couple of them now. And they're trying to push. The admins are trying to do what is globally accepted. Halftime, Real Madrid Dortmund. Admin say admin can't take this anymore. I literally admin tweeted this like admin is overwhelmed.
Yeah, Dortmund.
You understand, right? And we've seen countless. We've seen Dortmund. We've seen last season Leverkusen's admin saying running back to edit, comeback,
time,
that kind of thing.
We've seen
So
Man City guy in the final against Chelsea
Yeah, you
tweeting
get-
about Kante.
So I see the clubs trying to do that, but the league itself,
Yeah.
go to announce league. MPF go to announce league. Say,
Those are announced
league is starting August 31st.
That announcement said if you don't see I'm on MPF.
No, website now because I work in
If you just
education
if you
industry.
just
You know, yeah, you get-
I tell you, if you just
Now
go
you
do
minister
show,
of sports.
if you just go do show on Saturday morning,
Now
if you
you
just go
get
do show on
NFL
Saturday morning, just enter website. You say, "Oh, MPF game match day this
League this
weekend."
weekend. Oh.
It is.
It is embarrassing.
Yeah.
It is embarrassing. And before they come for us again, shame on the people who run this league.
Cinnamon, let's
Yeah,
move on.
let's
Let the
move
people
on.
in the
Let's
in
leave
the
it.
industry talk
It's,
about
it's,
it.
it's good for them like that, right? Speaking of players, right? Speaking of players, I want us to speak about. We actually ran out of time last week, but we have the time this week to speak about this. It's probably a last conversation for today. I want to speak about
You want me to be
Barcelona,
talk about Barcelona,
right? And most in particular,
Barcelona beat Bayern 4-1.
you know,
What do you want me to talk?
how did you see the game?
How did you see the
How
game?
did you see it?
Do you think the best team won?
Did you get? But it's funny because we're speaking about this.
Funny thing is, I was talking to Rufai when we were in school then, and there's this general belief that Barca doesn't need a coach. Like oh, you need to anybody can just code
Now when I
Barca.
get like when I get conversation.
Yeah, obviously. Anybody can just
No,
code
no, no.
Barca
Wait. If
I
I
can't remember it.
Now normal hostel argument now. What's in the talk?
No, I
you know
me,
all
I
those
just
all those
say, I don't
period.
remember saying me and you talk about that.
I just now normal hostel. You waiting they worry this one.
because you know why I talk this thing because you have to stop him where because you know where they go.
Maybe we'll go talk. We'll follow
I have
something now.
I have to indemnify myself early.
Hey, you don't get that.
The other thing we talk about, you talk about Vinny. Now why I still catch you?
Make I catch you. Hey. But hey.
What you say?
So I think someone was saying that I read a tweet and someone was saying that yes, Xavi might be praised for the fact that he introduced a lot of these young players from the La Masia to the Barca team that he has
Let me
seen-
see. I be which.
La Masia now. He has seen the difference between some coaches are known to just okay, let us introduce these players because they are young stars. Why some don't care about whether you are a young star or not. I need you to get me the result. And that was what Hansi Flick has done so far.
But you be talking about those side Xavi now because he win.
No, that's what
one
I'm. No, Baba, normally Xavi did well because at least he won.
No, that day when they talk about Ten
But
Hag,
we
he
need
talks
to
in a
we need
why
to
they
realize
don't sack
that
Ten Hag,
we
they
need to
don't
realize
sack
that
him, they bring young
Xavi came in as a rookie coach, whether I like it or not. There's a difference between a coach
Club
who has
legend.
done it over and over again.
Club legend.
Hansi Flick is not just an ordinary name in football world.
A big name.
Nah, big name. It is someone who has won Champions League as well, and you could see it in the
How
way
man
the
you
boys
have-
play.
you have- Flick.
bro.
Baba,
Shout-
the way,
shout-
the way,
shout out
the way,
to- shout out-
the way,
sorry,
and sorry,
Yeah.
and I think what has changed mostly is maybe the trainings. These boys cover more grounds now.
Yeah.
Like they literally,
The intensity is
the
high.
intensity is higher. You can see that there's no time to rest. There's no time to give any opposition, chance to play with the
IBK,
ball.
I'll come in.
Yeah.
I'll come in there. You make a great point, about some managers, being better at introducing some other players.
building and then
Fantastic point. But I'll just segue a little bit from that. It's about intensity. It's not about all of that. I don't think it's about all of that. It's about this human being knowing where he wants to go, right, and being able to communicate to the players.
simple.
That's the difference between
Yeah.
top managers and
And
the
the
re-
guys
and,
who don't get
and,
it.
and the rest. I know where I want to go, and I know how to communicate it clearly.
Yeah.
but
to
you know,
20 hold on,
respect.
hold on.
Respect too is part of
No,
it.
no. But
Your antecedent is
promise
part
you,
of it as a
I promise
coach.
you, my brother, right?
It is.
Xavi,
Yeah, it is.
Xavi has respect in
Of course.
in
Of course.
in
As a manager,
Espanol,
that's
why he
in
got
that
the
region,
job at all.
Yeah,
in that region.
As a manager,
hold
as
on.
a player,
See,
yes.
Bros,
No.
But as a manager, I
IBK,
don't
IBK,
think so.
Those players,
Bro.
those
They
players,
respect-
I can guarantee
Bro,
you.
have you seen the-
those players worship the ground that guy walks on?
Hold on, Ini.
Yeah.
Those players,
Ini,
they
what-
worship the
you know-
ground that guy walks on.
Sorry, guys. La Liga take us into the La Liga and Serie A. They take us into the dressing room.
Dressing room. I hear Premier League.
You
are
see,
trying to do the same thing.
yeah. You see those walls,
Very
right? You
still.
see those walls of the training ground of the tunnel.
Dress- yeah.
You know which players? You know that La Masia, but now David and Dede, right? Every
Stuff for
player
dreams,
that
though.
comes through, once you land in that region, the Basque area. Once you land in that Barcelona region, not the Basque area, the Barcelona,
Catalonia.
Catalonia area, Xavi is a god,
Of course.
small G, right? So it's not about respect.
In this case.
It's not, in this case, it's not about respect. It's about when you watch United Emirates teams, right? They were fourth from relegation when he came in, right? This is a through and through football man. He knows his footballing idea, no doubt. But again, when I come in, I have to now communicate that this idea is what I know, and I show us how to go to that. That's what Flick is. Flick has come in. I was watching the comparison between. I was watching the different game patterns, Bayern and
Barca.
Barca yesterday. I was watching for the company. I can promise you, I could have said that it was Eric Ten Hag's team playing. I could have said it was Eric Ten Hag's team playing. They do this thing where they swarm, they go and press. The first line goes, they crowd out, they make it narrow. So Bayern, yeah. So they can win the ball sometimes. Then the second line goes, Upamecano and Kim Min-jae, they go and they squeeze. They can do it 10 times and it succeeds about 3 times, right? But 7 times you would have Yamal,
you have good players on the ball. They'll break
Pedri.
it.
Once Pedri picks up that ball, switch to Fermin Lopez,
trouble.
Lopez to, and you're turn up. Now the smaller managers now take that 3 times it worked and hold on to it and say
If we do it well,
if we do it well,
win it all the time.
Win all the time. In comparison to what Barcelona were doing yesterday, watching the gameplay, Flick's teams press high up the pitch. Everybody knows this. But yesterday, Flick's teams were playing positional and zonal pressing. When Bayern have the ball, you see them, Pedri, they don't run out. They stay positionally. Pedri, Lopez, they almost like, you see there's a 4-3-3, right? They play 3-3. 3-3-4, right? What they do is they shuffle the three. The three at the top go maybe a bit left, and the three beneath go a bit right. So they create there's no space in the lines. Do you understand what I'm saying? So there's three here normally. But what they do is they go like this. So it becomes
it's almost impossible
so
to pass.
It's like you lock out.
So you lock completely, right? So they're playing this positional system. Players are not bombing out. In La Liga, they don't play the same way, right? They go a bit more aggressive because they know that we're the better team. And the team we're playing against, if they break the press, most likely don't have the ability to pick that pass.
Slot did something, not exactly the same thing.
Oh my
but
God.
something against Chelsea like that.
When Pedri when Pedri holds the ball, right? When that moment when Barcelona win the ball back, Pedri is the one young player alongside Kumeno that have the presence, the calmness to shuffle two players and eliminate them from the equation and pick a great pass. And that kid, Fermin Lopez, what a player.
What a player.
What a player.
Saw him first time at the Olympics,
right?
And I thought, wow,
what a player. Then, of course, the rest is history, right? But I want to take your thoughts on Rafinha. And I made a tweet last night. I said, look, I think in the last 5 years, this is the most improved player in the world.
Yeah,
right?
I think the biggest credit I would give him is, you know that saying where they say never allow your what's they say, do not be by your present situation. Don't allow your present situation dictate how much or how far you dream.
Yeah.
So because if you remember when Rafinha was at Leeds, when you look at him at Leeds, Chelsea wanted to get him, and then it felt like there was a deal that was already was done with Chelsea
until Deco pulled the plug.
And then the brother said, "Look, I want to go to Barcelona. Say for when I don't do deal, when I don't agree, but Barcelona I just call. But at Barcelona I want to go. So I give him that credit because it felt like a big leap, even though Barcelona were struggling. But Barcelona is one of the biggest teams. So it felt like a big leap. He went there, wasn't the best start with everything that was going on as well. And when you look at where he is now, all these young players that we're talking about, Barcelona have got these exciting young players. He seems to be one of those, not so old, not so young, perfectly placed in between, feels like he's in his prime, and he performs now almost every game.
So he's wearing captain armband, And I read a comment from Hansi Flick and said, in my time coaching, I've never had a player like this before.
Yeah.
Right. What that tells me, right, is coaches can make comments, but when I hear that, even if it's not true, but what if the target is to just give him some verbal reward for turning his life around, what it tells me is that this is a guy who put his head down, right,
and worked his
and said, you know what, whatever you need me to do,
I'll do it.
I'm gonna do it.
And I think
if he gets me back,
I think when I hear coaches say things like that, I totally agree. Whenever a coach says something like that, I think it goes beyond the performance on the match day.
Yeah.
I think when coaches say things like that, the player they are genuinely happy with the player.
Yep.
It's not about what he does on the match day.
Yeah.
They look at the player's conduct every single day on the training.
Yeah.
Outside of training,
they carry themselves.
Happy with the
Jose
player.
Mourinho. Sorry, IBK. I know you want to talk about Barcelona, but our opinion. Our opinion is more. We need.
No, I know.
I'm just kidding.
Okay.
I'm just kidding. But Jose Mourinho famously created an award category for Scott McTominay in the season before he left.
Yeah.
Right. Because what if I say he was just so happy with the player that he felt that if nobody rewards this player, I want to reward this kid for bridging the gap from where he was to where he is.
So this is different between rookie coach and coach that knows, what he wants to do.
But then they
This
switching out
rookie
of a
coach.
sudden, you know, they hammer.
No,
Xavi.
So the problem Xavi made was that the mistake he made. The
This
mistake
life.
Xavi made was that
Don't say another woman.
Barca,
Don't portray the
Barca
one
had
with the house.
issues. Barca had issues on the left wing, and we thought this guy could, you know, at least he wasn't the best, but he could do some. This guy that came from Man City, Ferran Torres. So
Decent player.
Xavi was like, there was Lamine Yamal, there was Rafinha. He was confused because in the end, he was still seeing Lamine Yamal as a young kid that needs to, you know, step out whenever he's tired and, you know, try to play Rafinha more and more and more. So when this guy came in, he realized that I think this left wing, there's a problem. We couldn't get this guy from Bilbao. What's his name again?
Inaki.
Nico Williams, you know. We need to, it's a position of strength that when we have someone who can execute whatever I want there, we are going to get result. And the fact that Rafinha accepted to play that position that is not really used to, I think that was like, there is no coach that would want a player who is so big or who is so good and I want to change your position and you accept without even any. Baba, you said go happy.
That's how I knew that Anthony would not make it.
Okay, this guy actually accept to play this wing. And trust me, I actually think that position is actually the best for Rafinha because in the end, you are
he's no longer playing on the right.
No, he's not playing on the left. Of course,
He's not playing on the left.
We're all from the same.
He plays on the left now.
We're all from the same football generation, right? And one of the things we grew up getting used to was seeing managers change players' positions, right? But more than that, one of the things we watched was left wingers playing on the left wing,
Left wing,
left footers
Playing on the
being-
left wing.
It's almost like
It's almost like no,
like
if you
you know
don't have a
possible.
left footer playing right wing
Yes,
like this.
yes.
It's
Do you understand?
Problem.
Like
Who started this left winger on
the
the
great
left?
Ryan Giggs, played
Played on the left.
and left
yeah.
winger, right? This Ryan Giggs, if you know say play ball, play right back. When Ryan
See
Giggs
when Neto came on against Liverpool, wanted to kill Trent. He's a left footer.
And the
now,
funny
but
thing
playing on
about
the left.
left footer playing left wing is that you have more control of the ball because this is the side you are. Like you have more options.
I think
It's comfortable for
yeah.
them.
no,
yeah.
I actually think on the right is more comfortable.
No, it's
The
more
reason-
comfortable because you think they want to score.
No,
The job of a
not,
winger.
not even that. Not
to
even
cross
that.
the ball
If you
Probably the job of a winger not to cross ball.
if you check him, if you are a left footer playing on the left, you see the right back, if he's very good, it's easier for him to stop you even if you want to go to the byline because you are playing through his right.
Go
If
to
you want
his
go
strong,
the byline.
stronger feet, yeah.
You are playing to his stronger feet, so it's easier for him to stop you. You get, but if you were
How did
if you were
Gigs-
playing on
how
the
did
left,
Gigs them
no,
and the-
there's Sabi now.
And
Now why they call
Emmanuel Amonike
they
used to-
call
Or
this zigzag man now.
for Maluda.
They call
Maluda,
Giggs
they-
zigzag man now.
You get.
You know
Get
that time,
through.
those ones they didn't used to. It wasn't only just. It wasn't. You had to be aggressive as well. Don't be say, "Oh, I Sabi."
No,
do
but
it."
Giggs
You had to
wasn't
be
the most
aggressive as
aggressive.
well.
He
I
was-
think
I
with
think-
the ball, with the ball.
I think the key is. I think you guys touched on it, but you sort of like left it. The key is in the idea of what you're trying to do on the pitch.
On the pitch.
When you're left footer playing on the left wing, the primary idea is first of service,
Yeah, it is.
right?
It is.
It's first of service because you know you're gonna play with the when you play on the right wing. Your fundamental, the number one thing is that you have to hit the target because
hit
you're
the
playing.
target, take
You know,
the
You know why Flick the thing they boss Flick head because normally
they boss your head.
normally as a big player you go first vex say why I go come out position
Rafinha no be
Rafinha
for
no be player.
for Lamine Yamal. No, when I mean
What are you saying?
As-
He's a big player. They play for Brazil.
Guys,
He's not a
someone-
big player.
Yeah, he's not a big player.
now.
compare
You
to
know, they
Lamine
want me.
Yamal, bro. You
Now
can't-
Brazilian
you can't-
international.
No, but when they tell us before say La
If
Masia,
no, wait,
Masia
if
bias
you
day
know
before.
it now. You know it.
Generational talent.
See, you
the
be-
best you have seen since Messi.
No matter Baba forget that one.
Is he not the
go
best
still
you have
reason
seen since
say-
Messi?
you go still
Of
reason
course
say-
He will play his position he want to play.
No,
who is Rafinha?
No, that-
Person
you
will
can-
get
you
one-
cannot-
one-
What if
you
okay,
cannot
boss,
easily- you
boss,
cannot easily
what
tell
if
a
now because
player-
of Lamine they move Rafinha?
Person,
Obviously,
person will
that's
get
what I'm
one-
saying.
So what I-
That's what I'm saying. That a player normally, any player no go does reason. He go does reason.
He's
say,
not a big
No,
player,
okay,
Jare.
Abike. As opposed to
Why
what
would
if
he
for doing
come
for saying
If
the
na
play?
Messi dey there, you for go move on.
normally, it go hard to tell player where you know say okay.
No be big player.
Baba no
Abigail.
player. You know how much you buy him. Now you spend the money. You buy Percy for 50
No,
something.
big player,
You say no, we
man.
big player.
I don't understand. I
No,
don't
be
know what.
big
Okay,
player.
no
You
wahala.
buy Percy for 50 something. You say no, we big player.
What do you mean by
We
no
buy
big
Lami
player?
Yama for anything.
No wahala. No wahala.
You can't tell the boy say make it change weight
Wait, what's the
because
meaning
of one
of big player?
17-year-old boy.
Somebody is a
You go take
Brazilian
am like that.
international. You
He
say
has,
God.
he's talking about him as somebody they cannot
If I
change
be
his
realistic
position.
now, be
Rafinha.
realistic
Ataya.
now. Be
Rafinha.
realistic
Ataya.
now.
That they cannot
bro.
change his position.
I thought-
Rafinha, if they want him to play fullback, he will go and play
fullback.
it.
I thought you meant the Benez Audeyemi.
Anyway, anyway, let's get away from that. I wanted to ask just to wrap up on Barcelona. What are we witnessing here with Flick, right? And I'll start with you, Ini. What are we looking at,
The
right?
Clasico this weekend.
When we watched the Bayern team, it was as he was finishing it off in the latter stages that we realized that this guy came and succeeded where Pep failed to succeed.
Yes, so.
You understand? And it became clear that this guy had
that.
done something that would maybe not see in a while. Team scoring 9 goals. Bayern were doing 7,
Bro.
8, 6
They want
on
keep
a regular.
Barcelona.
So
That is same Bayern.
it was 8-2. It was 8-2, right?
That's
It
why
was
Bayern Barca vexed yesterday.
it was 8-2, right?
2.
But
Heartlessness.
what are we looking at here?
I think what we're witnessing is that all these football, what do you call them?
Einstein.
Football Einsteins. It's not all about being Einsteins. Forget all these. Oh, he's a young coach. No. It's all these football Einsteins. That's what we're witnessing. When a coach has gone, and we talked about it when we were talking about Tuchel and England. Having been there, done that, gives you a level of understanding, confidence in your decision, exactly knowing what you want to do and being able to communicate. I dare say, Emery going to Arsenal and going the way he went helped him going to Aston Villa and going, look, now like helped his communication. So when someone like Flick has come in, you can clearly, and it becomes easier for him.
United. Oh,
And it becomes easier for him
Jesus.
because you now have players across board who are young, very talented, looking to prove themselves in Europe, right?
What's do me like this?
Nah, my brother. Now him with the talk now Einstein's.
Flick.
Einstein is
and
bald.
Flick no get job for a while. Oh.
They don't
Wey
look
just
at.
dey.
They don't look at you. Now he go make you. Now he go make me sack this one. Wait there now. Say that one there available.
Nah, the talk say
We met with the club and the club came to an agreement that they have the best trainer.
trainer in the house.
Oh, Charlie.
Oh!
Because I've won the most titles
Alongside Jose
since
Mourinho.
I've been here.
Say me and Jose have won the most titles.
So I think what we're witnessing, I think people tend to forget.
Top man.
For someone like Flick, for example, I think before he went to Barcelona, maybe a few people have forgotten. Because I remember we had a conversation, somebody was saying, who's the coach that's available? People tend to forget what this guy did and
At
the
Bayern.
brand of football that he played at
Yeah,
Bayern.
yeah.
It was really front foot in transition. They were unstoppable. Our witness with young players who are talented. I think
Bayern themselves would think back and regret, like, how could we have fumbled? Like we could have, like, he's our guy. We could have had him back.
No, I think their issue was not based on result. I think something happened then, and I think he left.
He won the
wasn't
treble.
based
He
on
left
result.
after winning the treble,
Then
right?
he went to
might be
coach
on the cusp
Germany.
of.
He coached Germany at some point.
Yeah, they took the German job.
Yeah,
he
just-
took the German job.
So it might be the beginning of Barcelona. Really, this might be the beginning of Barcelona
Not
because now
might.
they
It's
have
already the
very
beginning. Which
good
one be
coach.
might? At the big person
Relax.
for one.
You never play semi.
Come watch a Clasico. Now you go know.
You
Never
play
play
Real.
semi-final.
They
Final
don't dey lie. Say
Champions
we need
League.
all of them get injury. They don't. Madrid don't dey lie.
And also,
There's
also
this call line me say Rodrigo out, Couture out, all of them are good.
and
Me I go treat them because my boys they vex, bro.
I like it. I like it. I like it. I like
Why
it.
they beat you?
When we come back, we'll give
And
it
for
to
me,
you.
I've always thought that and this is an opinion that a lot of people, would frown at. The fact that, look, I think Pep Guardiola is a generational talent for football managers.
No better pass at the
I do think so.
that
I
nonsense.
genuinely think so. I have left that train.
Yeah.
Stop that
That
nonsense.
train. I don't come down. I came down up and groove. Like that train. That's what was it for. I don't leave. I don't come down.
Me, I don't come
For
down. Just the
Panzo.
way
You
people
get-
they inside. Now be this one where they do.
Pep Guardiola is a generational manager. Changed the way the game is played and all that stuff. Incredible stuff, right? When I watched
Bastard.
the Barcelona
If you
team,
don't want talk, but before he say when that boss call it out.
when I watched the Barcelona team of the 08s, right, which I think is the greatest football, club football team ever, it could not have been done without the generational talents meeting a generational manager at the same time.
True.
When I watch Flick's team now, I fear that there might be another incredible coincidence happening again. Right? Possibly.
Yeah.
When I see Pedri, that's generational talent.
You know, we sat on this table a few years ago and we're talking about Pedri.
Right. I remember, and don't go there. Let him continue.
And I said,
let him. No.
remember
I remember what I said. Let
okay.
him continue.
You were there.
Yeah, this one I was there, but let him continue.
I was not there.
But you were
there.
You said you not there. I was not
Check
there.
the record. I was there.
You say you don't.
How you take this?
But you don't say person.
Lock this man up, please. He has given us. Lock this man up. He has given us the information we need. You were there. So, Amen. But I really fear that the same thing Thunder might be striking twice.
Yeah.
Because you look at Pedri, you look at
Lamine
Yamal, and
Kubasi.
The boy that got that.
Go kill Kubasi.
No. That boy that did his ACL. That boy that did his ACL. What's it? Is it the Kubasi?
Gavi.
It's not Gavi. Not Gavi. There's a thought that plays CM. That did his ACL. What a player.
What's his name?
Araujo.
I've forgotten his name.
Araujo.
That boy might be
a young player.
It might be the return of Sergio Busquets.
Right.
He might be.
So I sense that
Pedri is special.
Yeah,
Very
special player.
Pedri is special.
So is it possible that this incredible manager, right, he's found? Again, I made the point here on the podcast, and you guys, disagreed. I thought that up until the quarterfinal, Olmo was the most important Spanish player. I honestly, no, he's back.
Now.
He's back. Did you see the first action? Did you see the first action he made?
See my true pass.
Almost is a very almost a crazy
Oh, my
player.
Jesus.
And you know what? I know this thing that you said is this thing that you said.
Back.
Madrid goes
The
so
days
fine.
of banter over.
Madrid goes
Oh!
so fine.
But you see, my
Who do
bro,
me
my
like
bro,
this?
my bro,
Madrid goes so
my
fine.
bro, relax.
Calm
relax,
down,
relax.
Trying to buy the
You
players
see,
cards on the cheap.
You see, trying to buy the cab, relax, and then they're coming around with all their mates, trying to have a pint. Relax. See, you know what? First of all, you guys might be back, but you have some doing to get to where Madrid. They've gone
Of course.
of course. Champions. Onago guys walk before Onago.
Yeah.
Anyways, I think what you said is spot on, because also the thing about being a young player at clubs like Barcelona, Real Madrid, and this is the grace that these two clubs play with. They don't have to contend with the fact that we might lose these players at some point. If the player is a generational talent, they don't have to contend with the fact that maybe he leaves at some point.
Yeah.
They know that if everything goes well, he can
stay
remain
here
to the end
for
of his career.
This is the highest level.
So there is a genuine chance.
No, be my own. Then
That-
City are coming in for Saka. God punish them.
Madrid are coming for Saliba.
God punish them.
Bro, make I tell you. Bro, make I tell you. There's a guy.
They can feel it's most like Madrid.
Bro, there's a guy.
punish them.
You get one guy who never break out of Chelsea Academy. You get one guy who never break out of Chelsea Academy. Right back. Good player. They say Madrid won't buy him. Chelsea say you get 18 months left on the contract. Chelsea don't say you will not play again until you sign it. They say Madrid go. So you want to call, so they will go for free.
He say if I be a man of God,
You never
will
enter
not play
first
again.
team. You will not play again until you sign a new contract.
Yes, now.
It's incredible. So these two teams don't have to.
Very useless
They don't
club.
have that problem. So they know that Pedri is here till his prime is over.
Yeah.
They are here. So there might be a genuine chance that a match made in heaven is happening again.
Yeah.
Actually.
You're right, because I watched one Lamine Yamal.
Why will he not be right?
You will be right.
I watched one
It will suit you.
Lamine Yamal's interview. Funny enough, he ended with the fact that he said he was thanking Barca. Thank you for everything you've done for me. I want to play at this club for life.
Where you go now?
I don't understand.
The only way where you go be saying Real Madrid and he's not going.
But if you hear Man U player, we go do mistake. I want to play
Yeah, man.
for life.
Ogo kill Meno if he no play for life. Say Meno the Chris.
If mine on your brother, you go play for life.
Say Meno the Chris. He no go play for Man UK. We tie him down.
My brother, you don't be tired. You don't fit tire. See, you don't fit tire, but you get as you go be. The player go just talk to see.
I dey tell Arsenal fans say, make Arsenal no win trophy this season.
Saliba them, Saka them.
Make you no win trophy this
You
season.
know, we don't hide them.
Just no win trophy this season.
Because
You see Saka,
it will not be a case of
Saka will just say, one more season.
you get. It will not
You
be
go
a
just
case
say for
of.
in mind,
It will not
one
be a
more
case of
season.
what do I have to lose.
Yeah.
This big team is coming. It's not that I won't
Because
make
they are
money.
going to
I will make
24,
money.
25, 26.
bro.
You never win anything.
So that's the challenge that.
Hurricane loading.
So this weekend is a Clasico, right?
Yep.
I promise you, I've not been interested in Clasico for 5 years.
For a long time.
Since 2019, that since before COVID.
Yeah.
I know they watch a Clasico, you know, concern.
I know
me.
they watch them.
Now one time when La Liga invites me for events for this
Yeah,
thing, for beach, we'll gotta go.
yeah.
I go there, we go chop small chops, you know, good stuff. The game no make sense, right? But I promise you,
This one, though.
Saturday 8 o'clock I'll be there,
I will be there.
I'll be there.
You'll be there.
bro. You know how
I just came from
Rafinha
airport,
scored
I
a
must
trick.
come here.
I said I must come here. Rafinha scored a trick. Vinicius scored a trick, right?
Bro.
Two Brazilians.
So I was watching the press conference. Carlo Ancelotti said the hat trick that Vinicius scored today is not for
Why you
it's
win
not
the
for the
Ballon
Ballon
d'Or.
d'Or this
Yeah.
year. It will help him for the next year. I said Mbappe will just cough. Say, oh, this thing where you talk. Why you talking? Coach, why are you talking this thing?
I
get-
feel
I
for
think-
Mbappe.
So like you have players that are burning to explode. They want to explode, like
Yeah.
that teetering to explode, right? And it be like saying every week now, that Saka, we have to defend Saka, and we have to come together and defend Saka. Because I was on X and somebody tweeted and said that thing where Rodrigo do for last match, since Saka fit try him. I say, is it every week that we have to reaffirm how good Saka is? You know, but
He
you
needs
have
to
these,
leave Arsenal,
you have these players at Madrid as well that are also going to their prime, right?
Yeah.
Let me know.
So you have
Yeah.
Kamavinga. I mean, those ones
Rodrigo,
are
all
already.
these
Those
people,
ones,
they are all going into their
they.
prime. Yeah.
Yeah.
You understand? Hi. And you have Don Carlo, who now knows how to manage it. I want to see that Luis Sahin, they say we're training in Germany. We're not going to train in Spain because we want to hide that.
Shut up your mouth there.
What did they make when they always talk all this stuff? Who briefed me that this, like, who briefed the media of this idea? Who thought it was a wise idea to tell the media
At the end
that?
of the day, if you had gone away with that 2-0 or something, you would
can
have
say it
gone,
after.
oh, but you could have said it after.
Can say it after.
Truly. Because these days,
Somebody replied, say even Carlo Ancelotti know they tell him his own tactics.
as in,
Ancelotti when they coach Real Madrid, in players know in tactics. If you don't reach Real Madrid, you all say anything when I want to do.
you get, I think
People are
we have talked about it a lot here. Now, in this day and age, without social media, is now. Now, it's better. Anything you get for mind, do it when you reach field.
Yeah.
Not talk camp
Not
before
talk
the
am.
game.
Oh, the coach said something before the game.
No, he said they're not going to train
The
in
official
Spain.
communication
Yeah.
to the team, or to the media, was that they're not training in Spain
Yeah,
because they don't want
make
spies.
their tactics leak. Make spy, no spy their tactics.
Which tactics?
I just thought that, look,
You get one Davido
That's
video.
MPFL stuff.
You get one Davido. I'm telling you that you just say I just remember that it's MPFL stuff. You get one Davido video back when I don't even remember that video. Him and B Red them Shirabo them did they drink for
where
club.
that one comes in,
I'll come say, who is
who's
going
going
to
to pay
pay
the bill?
Ah, these drinks. So like which tactics?
Which
You dey-
tactics?
You dey high tax for Real Madrid. And the worst part is that you were leading 2-0. You now took out the defensive player
Defender, yeah.
and went. Oh,
I'll
gee,
never
what
understand.
kind of hubris? What kind of hubris is
You are
that?
playing against Madrid at the Santiago. Madrid, first of all,
Have you not been watching the
lost
Hindsight
there
podcast?
since 2022. The last time they lost there was against Chelsea, 2022. They've not lost there since then,
Bro.
Even if they don't lose since then, now Madrid did they play?
One of these football pages put up a post about how many times Madrid come out from 2-0
Yeah.
down. Liverpool are involved as well.
Yeah,
right?
Liverpool. I remember.
And I think we made the analysis here about maybe a year and a half ago about Madrid, even when the game 3-0. They are saying we need 5 minutes to win this game.
Bro.
5 minutes.
Just need a goal.
And that's why going to the Clasico.
Now,
right?
now the thing will make me fear Vinicius pass be that. That's the, you don't understand. That's the.
If I have a 5 minutes run,
Vinicius, I don't know how you are a. I don't know how you are
I
a winger.
dare say that after
That boy
Ronaldinho,
good.
after Ronaldinho, right? After Ronaldinho, as a Brazilian player, of course, I'm leaving out the dilemma from this conversation. I don't remember a Brazilian player, and I say that with all
No
sense
talk,
of
no talk with you won't talk.
understanding. I don't remember a Brazilian player that is more willing to take the ball,
and get things done.
is more willing to just
Yeah.
like take the ball
Brazilians are not
and
happy
do
with
stuff.
him, because he's not really
With
doing well
Neymar.
with the national
Bro,
team.
I knew we're going there. I think.
But Neymar, they do this thing.
Hold
club
on,
and country.
hold on.
They talk
hold
about
on.
saying,
Make
listen,
him
only 4
finish.
goals he get for
Make
Brazil.
him
Hold on,
finish.
hold on,
Relax.
hold on.
Relax.
I'm limiting my sample
Relax.
size.
No limit any sample
Relax.
size.
I'm not selling my car on the cheap.
Relax.
Right. My
I want
sample
to-
size
I
is
hope what
restricted.
you want to say is not what you want
No,
to
no.
say, so relax.
Edge of a cliff, I understand.
You understand? So please.
But
You-
my
you
sample
go.
size is in Madrid, is club football.
Okay.
I don't remember a Brazilian player since Ronaldinho willing to take the ball as many times and not be subdued. There were games where once you don't kick Neymar, Ingo Boko.
Yeah, but what you said is willing to take the ball. I've not seen a game where Neymar, however much he's kicked, not willing to take the ball.
Yeah,
I have not seen one. That's the credit I'll give.
he had the
You
winning.
you can break Neymar's leg. If they don't substitute him, he will still want
Yeah.
the ball.
Bro.
That's the credit I give to him.
Vinicius
that
Junior.
one.
What
Guy.
Vinicius does that I didn't quite see with Neymar is purpose.
Purpose, yes.
When he took
and maybe
every
pace.
time he takes the ball, there is a purpose.
No, is it purpose to
You
his
know,
actions?
because he takes the ball.
He has
and,
just
you know,
one goal
last
in
season.
the
Yeah, Neymar is like that.
Last-
too.
No,
La-
it's not.
last season-
Not every time.
Last
Neymar
season,
just want to show one
Wale said,
bit when he just talk say, make I show you that thing while in the train.
Wale said, where he tights like this, Army did the points gone. Now where Vinicius one pass.
You get so Neymar.
that place that he looks like.
You get-
Did you remember the Champions League final? Played with a fullback. The guy, the Dortmund defender, Rayson. I think the guy was really good against him. Then they put one ball to the corner. Vinicius went. There's one skill he did.
Yeah.
Touch the ball against his heel and not make the guy.
Yeah.
And then they cleared the ball. I said, how do you think about doing
Yeah,
this kind of thing in the football match?
But
When you
Neymar,
play Champions
they
League
do all
final.
these things.
Neymar
normal
can
now.
see. Neymar can have Neymar can have the purpose of we need to get a goal, but his route to getting to that goal, Neymar go still do. I don't.
Yeah.
They go here, but Neymar doesn't mind to still come here and dribble this person first before he come here.
Yeah,
That's the difference. Vinicius, Neymar.
This
can
thing where he
still
talks so
do-
cut it out.
You understand?
Cut it out.
Vinicius
Send it to Neymar.
own.
Tag him.
They can show you Neymar.
Vinicius
Make I
own.
show
You see
Neymar
this thing where they
videos.
talk.
Vinicius own. See, Neymar feel they go straight like this, but he no mind to still go like this, dribble a few people before he go.
Yeah.
Vinicius own that say we them down by
I am
2.
going to run.
I
them
just
on-
want to go
You see this
here.
straight line? I'm going like this.
Yeah.
If you stand on my way, I will
Bro,
eliminate
Liverpool,
you.
Yeah.
Liverpool led Madrid 2. Liverpool just passed to keeper. Vinicius just go pursue the keeper. They play the ball, hit him. They score.
And
2.
and he's relishing, and he also relishes when he sees a defender that is worth his stuff.
Yeah.
He's like, you're a good
He
defender,
loves
but
it.
let's do
See that
it.
time way everywhere from online.
Kyle
They say,
Walker.
you know if he pass Rhys James, it's okay. You get another game because okay. They say, you know if I don't fit pass you. Oh yeah, come.
Even at
he enjoys
Man
that
City,
as
Real
well.
Madrid at the end, you could see him and Kyle Walker
Yeah.
having a friendly.
Yeah.
You know, this was the- this was the
After
good-
I did one on him.
yeah, I did one on you, but ultimately, but you know,
I carry that game for Eddie.
yeah, of course.
Yeah, why Vinicius leave am? He get one ball where they give Vinicius. He just rush go.
that
Vinicius just skip ball come up for Kyle Walker. He don't go. Good night.
Vinicius,
See you
yeah.
later.
Yeah. But yeah.
By the way, Kyle Walker is beginning to.
Kyle Walker is.
Adama
I've seen. He has
Adama Traore won't
I've
kill
seen
him.
he has opened a podcast, so I know where he's going next.
How Fulham did not beat Man City, I will
I know
never.
you are pained. You know.
I'm pained. You see that Traore is the weapon fashion
Let's
against me.
let's get it from it.
Against Arsenal, you go see him. He leg go there. Okay, now you go put it in the top corner.
Classical predictions, guys. I'm going to start with you,
Oh,
IBK.
God.
The game is at Camp Nou, no?
No. You
Bernabeu.
got Bernabeu.
Is it Benabao?
Yeah, Bernabeu.
You don't win now. You don't even know one no way. You don't want no way home day. Well,
Idiot, where I say make them beat the Sasuna, he go lose 4-1.
Madrid or win, Madrid or draw.
Madrid or draw.
Yeah.
I think I'll go with goals. I think there'll be a lot of goals. I think there'll be at least 4 goals in that game. Madrid are very open. The defensively, they're not that solid. And I think Barcelona will probably score a couple of goals. So 2-2.
I think we've been very ruthless in the league. Madrid have not been, that Madrid we used to know. I think Barca will win at the Bernabeu.
I'm just trying to pull up.
Yeah.
I'm just trying to pull up the odds on
yeah.
Gigawin.io, which is pretty much the proud sponsors of this show. And I'm just trying to see what the market is like for that particular game. Football. Hold on a sec. Give me a sec. Yeah, I'm in football now. Premier League, no. Spain, yes. La Liga, yes.
Yeah, over 3.5 That would be
Yeah.
my pick.
So-
that's 2 odds on Gigawin, and I think that's massive.
So 1.9 for Madrid to win. 3.2 for Barca to win. Right?
3.2.
Yeah, 3.2 for Barca to win. That's a lot. Then 3.99 for a draw. Right? That's what.
Or if you want to be bolder, you go for over 1.5 first half goals. That's 2.05 odds on Gigawin, and
Yeah.
which is mad. You
So-
can double your money.
Draw no bets. Real Madrid 1.5 for Barcelona 2.48.
That is mad.
What I always say is
I'll
that.
take that draw no bet from Barca. I'll take that draw no
What does
bet.
draw no bets mean?
Draw no bet
This is
bet
the
is
draw.
Barca. If
They
it's
avoid
a
it.
draw, you take
They
half.
avoid it.
Your
No, they avoid that
They
game.
avoid it.
they'll
avoid that game.
Do
No,
they
they
void?
avoid it.
Yes,
I think
draw
you
no
win
bet.
half your
There's
stake.
no bet. If you
Draw no bet. They avoid the
They
game
avoid
for you.
it.
What
That's
is-
what it literally means. If it's draw, there's no
There's
bet.
no bet.
There's no bets. Yeah.
Yeah.
Okay. So
I used to think
so
it's-
wait.
you
So
win
so
half
so
your
why so why is
stake.
there an
Avoid
odd
it.
for that?
So
Barcelona needs to.
you know you have to pick a game for it. So
Yeah.
if Barcelona wins, that's the odd that you have won. Like that's that odd that you have won.
Okay.
But if it's a draw,
I think
know,
you
it-
win half of it.
No. So you see, you
Draw, no bets.
Yeah, you
That
get,
means you're not betting
What you're
if it-
picking, is that somebody will win. That's what you're picking.
Yeah.
Okay.
If it's a draw, you don't entirely lose.
Right.
I just
right.
give
Right.
you-
I,
give
no, that
you-
makes sense.
Okay.
Give my money back.
That makes
Yeah.
sense.
If
That's
there's a
what
draw.
Return your
Yeah.
stakes.
So you are
Okay.
picking somebody to win.
Okay.
If they draw, you get your money back.
That makes sense. That makes sense. The odds, the
I
market
wouldn't
here.
be surprised if Barcelona wins.
Yeah, I won't be too.
So both teams to score. Yes. Barcelona.
1.4.
1.4. Yeah.
Yeah, that's reasonable.
Goal handicap. Goal Asian handicap. What does that mean? But like, it's incredible, man. I like the interface is actually really good. I'm just I've been going through trying to play with the website and see what's possible, but it's really good and
Over 9.5 corners.
that's your market.
What I like is a crypto angle to it, right?
Yeah.
That's what me I like.
Yeah.
People always talk about let's bet in something other than
I think what Wale will do is
and they show you
maybe-
and they show you team form as well, just at the top, just like live score would show you.
Oh, okay.
Yeah, pretty much.
We'll drop codes.
Yeah, makes sense. So of course, all the
5
bets.
odds.
Yeah, make senior man do.
So man, if you cook like 10 odds from this thing, so Wale could just drop them for
Yeah.
people
Who-
like
who-
10 odds.
I need.
Are you doing that for us?
I need pepper and tomato.
So
You have everything on the website.
I go try cook maybe 10-20 odds as well.
Yeah, but if I say, you say, I beg, which soup did they take if you want swallow pride?
That guy no
That
get
is
sense.
See that celebration.
that celebration body die,
That boy he's actually funny.
bro.
Big shout out to him. He had a car crash.
Yeah.
Over the
Really?
weekend.
Yeah,
but
he did.
He's good. He's
been,
good.
He's
been-
mentioned
he's-
that he's good.
He's good.
Came
He's
out.
good.
I'm sure
he didn't play their game yesterday.
Yeah, I was looking for him in touch. I was like,
Yeah, he didn't. they
One thing I
announced
can
that-
guarantee you is that he'll make a funny tweet from that car
somehow.
crash.
Yeah.
How does he
Like,
do it though?
Put that,
I mean, how does
place
he
that
do it?
bets now. He'll make a funny tweet that'll go viral.
Nabanga boy.
Something about village people or something about
Nabanga
would I know
boy.
if it stop me wanting, but he'll do something. He's a banger boy. Love him. Right. Anyway, so we've touched base with a lot of teams. Barcelona, of course. We couldn't quite touch base with Chelsea. I scam
I thought Chelsea were good on Sunday.
Yeah.
I was surprised they lost the game because
Yeah.
I've seen what they're doing, and at some phases of that game, I really loved the way they were passing out from the back. I thought it was I thought it was really well drilled. Liverpool pressed and they were able to do it, and obviously you could see they're still building. And I feel like Chelsea, if they sort out their defensive frailties, Chelsea will be competing at the right.
First time I'm seeing Romeo Lavia like full game.
Of course,
that boy is
I
good.
saw him
Yeah,
at Southampton, and many times
He's,
I
he's,
thought
he's,
I
go-
thought
he's
I
going to
thought
leave
it was
Chelsea.
brilliant.
It looks like
I thought it was
he's going to
brilliant.
leave Chelsea.
It was
easily.
it was a good
That boy
maybe,
could have
maybe a
been.
bold move to start Lavia ahead of
Enzo.
Enzo.
Yeah.
But
It was looking for. It was. I think it was.
I've seen enough of Enzo to say, you know what, this boy is not as good as they think he is.
I disagree.
I was actually,
So here's what I say.
hands up,
Make I-
because hold
you
on,
say what-
we're
you say I will have
talking earlier.
An opportunity to respond. Now make I respond. You don't talk up before.
We're talking earlier.
Okay.
Yeah.
I mean, I love South American players. I have a bias for them. You know, I love the fact that they learned football from the street. They are different. Their mentality is different. Well, when I saw him at Benfica, I thought, you know what, this boy is special. Whether it's a systematic problem, I don't know. But I've seen him enough to say there's really nothing special about him. There is nothing he brings to the game, whether in passing, whether in terms of controlling tempo, whether in tackling. There's really nothing, you know, for a club like Chelsea who are aspiring to fight for things at the right end of the table. It's average for me.
I see him and I see.
He's average.
I'm obviously bantering, but I see him and I just think this might be another Van der Beek.
So here's what I would say.
It's average.
Here's what I would say, and I'm just gonna put it out there. At the end of the day, it's always time that I will speak. Here's what I would say.
But you don't
The question I will ask is this. You said you saw him at Benfica. What was he doing at Benfica?
No, but that's why I said hold on. You asked me now. I say
so. You go answer.
Whether
Was he groundsman?
No,
Groundsman in the league.
I said I don't know whether it's a systematic problem.
Okay, I don't hear you now.
Because there are players you see in different. When Jorginho was at Napoli playing for Sarri, bro,
One of the best.
Oh yeah,
bro.
Let me say something.
You would really think that Jorginho was Pello.
Let me say something.
I agree.
Let me say something.
So I don't know if it's systematic.
Let me say something. And that's why, and I've done it with a number of players. So it's not because Enzo plays for Chelsea. It was why, when they say, oh, Casemiro is done, he should get out. I said, no, there's more to the story. Same thing with Højlund. We're trying to,
Casemiro is
same
actually
thing.
done.
It's not. There's more to the story.
You know, be your club with this, so you go say it's not.
So you see,
If now you they watch every
no,
weekend.
because it's a simple. What you don't want to do.
Easy now. Easy to say it's not.
No, it's not. What you don't want to do. What you don't want to do.
Why you don't keep Graham Potter for your team?
You say it's not.
What you don't want to do is get into. It's the same thing I talked about when I sat there. We were talking about Martinelli's on. I said, look, this can be the issue. What you don't want to do is get into the narrative where everybody goes.
Martinelli's back. Shame to that match he did there. He said it was done.
What you don't want to do is get into the narrative where everybody say, yeah, that guy is. You have to look at, okay, what's happening? So the first thing is, I've said it before, Enzo has a specific skill. I remember saying it on this podcast. When Chelsea was going to buy Enzo, I said it on this show. I wanted Chelsea to buy Enzo for one reason. At the time, Kante left, Kovacic.
Bro, you know what Turkish reason?
Can I speak?
And talk the reason that you are stressing us.
I said it on this show.
This show that for organization, you know it stress me. I stress on the goal. I know I am.
You tell me, say, you and whiskey not the same. I mean, she tell me, say, talk waiting, she tell you.
Make you don't be saying, when I want laugh, now I want to talk. So make you laugh first. I want laugh finish.
She tell me, say.
When I want laugh finish.
Talk waiting, you don't want talk since I beg.
Okay.
Only one reason I wanted Chelsea to buy Enzo at the time. We were horrible in our first phase. And I said it here. And up till today, right? Chelsea do not have a player better than Enzo in the first phase. On the ball, up to today. That's one. Two, the real problem is that you need to first of all see what Maresca is playing the team like. When Maresca plays and Enzo plays as a number 8 on the left side. Go and look at Enzo's heat map under Maresca. Enzo doesn't play as a pivot. He's a pivot. You said you saw him at Benfica. Every time, everywhere you have seen him, he starts for Argentina. Have you ever seen him play as a single pivot? Or have you ever seen that happen? He has never. At Benfica, he has never. He has always played beside another guy that can tackle. Right? So what he is a pivot that can pass until today. And when Maresca, even against Liverpool, decided to go with a more defensive, this Lavia, it took something away from him, from the team, even going forward. Because where Enzo would play, he had to play Gusto there. Right? So you have to first of all look, and the boy is a young boy. He has his responsibility to go and adapt to wherever they play him and grow as a player. He's 23 or whatever. What I'm saying is, you cannot look at a player and say, oh, he's another Van der Beek. He's not Anthony. They've been playing Anthony in his preferred position that we all know. And he has not done anything. Wait, listen, okay. The moment Enzo came onto the field against Liverpool, again, go and look at all our games where Enzo is playing. We have more control, especially in our first phase when he's playing. That's what he's good at. The moment he came on against Liverpool, He's the only guy that can receive the ball inside our box and not panic and still dribble. Then Caicedo, they do
I
it
thought
to a degree.
Caicedo
No,
was
he can
good.
do it. No, of course, I'm not saying Caicedo is not good.
No, I mean in that game, I
I'll
thought
give you an
it was
example. I'll give
brilliant.
you an example. Why are we all praising Caicedo now? He's good on the ball. He has made passes. But Caicedo is being praised now because he's now doing his primary duty effectively. Now he's on the list. He's on top of the list.
Let's wrap it up with Enzo.
No, I finish. He's on top of the list of the best tacklers in the league.
Yeah.
So why are we bashing another player that's not been played
No,
in his own position?
I'm not bashing him.
No, okay, let me not use the word bash.
I'm not bashing
saying-
him. I'm just saying that he's not as good as was first perceived. That's what I'm
Maybe
saying.
that's what you think.
I'm not saying
I
he's a-
wanted only one thing.
No, I'm
I
not
wanted
saying-
him to come and sort out the first phase problem.
I'm not saying, you know, I've had this conversation with someone many times, you know, and I like Declan Rice. Love the lad. You know, he covers every blade of grass. He works harder than everybody in our team. But guess what? You know, I still look at him and say there's still, you know, aspects of his game that he needs to develop, you know, in terms of he's a bit limited, you know, but he's brought into the team to do a specific thing, and that's give the team an intensity. And that's what he does. He never, Declan Rice you don't see Declan Rice and say he's having a bad game. He never has a bad game. He's running, you know, he's chasing, he's harrying. That's his job.
Yeah.
When I see Enzo,
Have you
and
seen-
I
have you
like
seen- have
him
you seen
because he's
Enzo have a
technical.
bad
Hold
game?
on.
Have you seen Enzo have a
I
bad
see
game?
him because I feel he's
Many times.
because he's Argentine. He's very technical. You know, it's something that is inborn in them. They were born with it. Very technical, very good on the ball, like you said. But my point is, as a central midfielder, there has to be more to your game.
I think people expect
Let's
something. People expect
I have
something.
to come here and wrap it up.
We have
No.
to finish it.
No, I have to
People
wrap it up on Enzo.
expect
We're
something
out of time.
that this boy has never been.
Right.
You're expecting him to come and score 15 goals or get 10 assists.
Not me.
It's
I'm not
It's
that
like
guy.
if you ask 10 Chelsea fans now who don't like Enzo or who don't like him so far, if you ask them, what's your problem with Enzo? They say he doesn't offer anything defensively. How you go see Enzo and say, yeah, he should come and tackle?
That's not
Has
his
he
game
ever
anyway.
done that in his career?
That's not his game
I'll give you an example, right? And this how
He
we live
doesn't
it.
what?
This how we live it, right?
You said, did you just say he doesn't pass?
You're not mic, so they can't hear you. Well,
Did you just say he doesn't pass?
So let's.
It's okay. It's a good conversation.
No.
We can have it another
This
time.
this is my take, and we're gonna segue from that and take the predictions and close the show, right? But if you're a Chelsea fan, this is an interesting chat for you. Let us know what you think about Enzo. You know, hit or miss. You know, that kind of stuff, right? And by the way, these conversations are brought to you by Gigawin, right? And we're getting into the Gigawin segments pretty much for the predictions, right? I think, and I've always maintained this, that for football players, the best football players, when they are playing for club or country, system further high of the pitch or lower on the pitch, the basics of their game would not hide, right? So when McAllister comes to Liverpool, and you know McAllister is a more advanced player, and Klopp insists he wants to play him in the defensive position, you can still see that this player brings the game to himself, right? When he's on the ball, right? When you watch Rodri or you watch Pedri, right? Or you watch some of the best players, wherever you play them, they almost, it's almost like they constrict the game and bring it to their radius and play. When I watch Enzo, I don't see that. Hold on a sec. And that's my simple thing. McAllister is an Argentine player as well, who was playing out of position at Liverpool. But did he have a bad first season? No.
Right. McAllister
Same-
was playing. Listen,
point.
McAllister
Good
is
point,
a
actually.
CM. Relax. McAllister is a CM that was played in a 4-3-3. So he was played in a position where he would need to defend.
Poch played-
not necessarily out of position.
Poch played Enzo.
He was played in a position where Poch played Enzo in a double pivot.
Did he play well?
Are you joking?
Did he play well? No, are you joking?
Let's call it.
Did he play well?
One of the best
It was underwhelming.
One of the best games Enzo has played for Chelsea has always been as a pivot when he's playing alongside someone that can tackle.
All right.
Against Liverpool last season, before his injury,
First
game
of the season.
all the games that he played before his injury has always been as a pivot. And Pochettino too started playing him as a number 8 and as a number 10. He will play him as a pivot sometimes. Now, my own problem is simple, right? What I expected when Chelsea were going to buy Enzo. I don't have a problem with it. I've said it again. I wanted him to come in and sort out that first phase problem, right? Obviously, the club has gone and bought more players.
If the same
right?
club that watch you train every day don't think you are the best player to receive the ball in the first phase,
What do you mean if they don't think you are the best player?
the club under Poch started playing him higher up. New managers coming now, started playing him on the left.
It's the system of the player. It's the system of the coach.
No. What it tells you is that the club, the manager, the staff don't trust.
That's not true.
That you can do it.
If you play there, the system the manager plays, that's not true. That's not entirely.
That's simple as that.
No, it's not.
That's simple as that.
No, it's not. Listen. No.
Well, listen. Oh, Rufai, well, listen.
No, but that's not true. I can't let you go with that. But that's not true.
But you're not the arbiter of truth.
But that's not true.
No, you can give I'll give an opinion. You give an opinion.
Exactly. So you're going to allow me to respond to your opinion.
No, you don't. I was
responding
to your opinion.
No, of course not.
No, you
mustn't
You have said
respond.
something that I don't think is accurate.
No.
I will respond to it.
You made the point. I was responding to the point.
Exactly.
So I am not
and
responding.
you have responded to something that I don't. You have responded to something that I don't.
You have made the point already,
accurate.
Rufai. Let's.
It is not accurate. You can't say that is the simple truth.
No.
When I think it's
I didn't
not
say it's
accurate.
the truth. I've made an opinion, right? And I've said I believe that XYZ is that.
I'm saying I believe it's not
Great.
accurate. I'm going to respond to that. So you can't say I should not respond.
I've said I believe. You said you don't believe. We leave it there. That's simple as
You
that.
can't say I should not respond.
No.
You can say,
Let's
the
leave
show
it
is
there.
over, but you can't say I can't respond.
Let's do predictions, right? Because we're out of time. Right. Right. Predictions for this weekend. Let's start off with you.
Can we just do sorry. Can you just 1-1-1, please?
1-1 instead of okay. Great.
Everybody answer the same question.
Okay, cool. All right. Match week. Abike, let's start with you. Leicester, Forest.
Both teams to score.
Leicester, Forest.
Leicester Forest. Leicester at home, right?
Yeah.
Yes.
I think Forest will win.
In Leicester, Forest.
I've gone for corners. I've gone for over 9.5 corners.
9.5 on Gigawin.
Yes, on Gigawin. I think that gives you 1.59 odds. I think it will be more than that, but I've gone for at least 10 corners in the game.
Aston Villa, Bournemouth.
Only has to put this out before the game this night.
Tomorrow night, actually.
Yeah.
Aston Villa.
Yeah.
Aston Villa to win, but both teams to score.
Aston Villa.
Bournemouth. Aston Villa to win, but both teams to score.
Both teams to score. Aston Villa, Bournemouth.
Aston Villa is at home.
Yes.
Aston Villa to win.
Aston Villa to win in that half.
Brentford, Ipswich, IBK.
Ipswich over 0.5.
Brentford, Ipswich.
I think Brentford will be Ipswich.
Brentford. That Ipswich.
I'll go straight win.
Brentford, Ipswich. Brentford to win. Yeah.
Both teams to score 1.69 on Gigawin. I think that is massive. That's massive, and I feel
For
that,
both teams to score, that's a good call.
Yeah, I feel like the markets they are on the rating Ipswich. Ipswich can score a goal.
Yeah, that's why I said it was Ipswich over 0.5.
What's that guy's name again? That their manager. They play some good stuff.
They play some good stuff. Just that they are naive. They are
They
naive.
want to pass out.
They don't have the defenders to do that. You know, all these British defenders.
It doesn't make sense.
All these British defenders that didn't have the background of playing out from the back from childhood. You know, they are trying to force them to do it. You know, because if you play football, you know, if you have a background from, let's say, Africa or South America or maybe from some part of Europe, Portuguese, Spanish, it's a culture. You know, that's how they play. But English is not like that.
But this thing don't taste small now. They're supposed to incorporate them with their academy.
They never reach like
passing
that.
now don't taste small.
They play, give ball out, make the score, make the no swear for you for academy.
Right. So we've done that. Brighton, Wolves, IBK.
Brighton to win and over 1.5.
Brighton Wolves. Yeah, Brighton to win.
No, I've gone for a Wolves win or draw.
Same here.
Wolves is at home.
No, wait.
Brighton.
When I say Brighton, Wolves, Brighton at the home side.
Wolves win or draw. I'm trying to check the odds, and it's a huge one because
2.27.
yeah, That's massive. And
I
I've
think,
got
Gigawin.
I think double chance Wolves.
Brighton, man.
There's
Double
no
chance
way.
Wolves.
There's
Yeah.
no way.
IBK City, Southampton.
City, Southampton, City to win and over 3.5.
Same thing with me. Same thing with me. I've gone for a City win 4-0.
Why you go talk 4-0? City to win 4-0. Now I won't talk.
I've gone for a
To
City
win
win 4-0.
Unanimous call here. Everton, Fulham, Rufai.
Everton, Fulham.
Yeah.
Everton, straight win. Sorry, Fulham, straight win.
I've gone for Fulham to win either half. I've gone for Fulham to win either half.
I agree with that.
Fulham over 1.5.
Wow.
Fulham over
That would
1.5.
be crazy.
Sunday, Chelsea, Newcastle. This is a big game to watch. I'll start with you, Rufai.
Chelsea, Newcastle.
I think it's going to be a really good game to watch.
Screams goals for me.
Tough game, I think. I'll go with the Chelsea straight win.
It screams goals for me.
Time I'm going with
Yeah,
Chelsea.
Do Newcastle have any injuries? Isak is still out.
Isak is back. Isak is back. And Newcastle lost at home to Brighton last week, and I thought it was such a surprising result. And the result flattered Brighton. I thought Newcastle played really well, created a lot of chances. But I've gone for goals here. I feel over 2.5 goals.
Easy pick. I think both teams to score.
Yeah.
Definitely. Palace, Tottenham. IBK, I'll start with you.
Tottenham, they've been scoring a lot of goals. I'll just go with goal market there. I think Tottenham over 1.5.
I agree with you. Son, man. Son is an incredible player.
Oliver Glasner, his neck is on the.
Chopping block.
I hope they give him time.
Chopping
He's
block.
good, really good manager.
Yeah.
He's actually a good manager.
Don't be saying don't be good manager now.
He's
But
been
something
unlucky.
is
He's been unlucky. The fixtures haven't favored him. Some of the fixtures, and they've been
And I don't
unlucky.
think they've replaced Olise.
They haven't.
I don't think they've replaced him very well.
They have. I mean, how do you replace that kind of player?
By the way,
I mean, UB said something last week. That guy is going to be a generational talent.
Yeah.
He's-
By the way, had his first big test yesterday and he was below par, but I'm sure he'll learn.
Spurs, man. Spurs are and Palace are down. If it was when Palace was, I probably would have said they should give, but I think Spurs.
Spurs to win. West Ham, Manchester United. IBK.
No, you haven't asked me.
Right.
I mean, I don't think Spurs will win this game. So I think a win or draw for Palace, which gives you a 1.96 odds on Gigawin.
Win or draw.
Win or draw for
win or
Palace,
draw.
yeah, 1.96 odds.
1.96.
Spurs will win
I
that
always say
game.
the bookies always
Take
do
it to the
something.
bank.
The bookies always
Spurs
do
will
something.
win.
Spurs will win.
See, Baba,
Take
let
it to
me
the
tell you one thing
back.
about bet.
At home now, because Glasner is a very expansive manager. He likes to play some really good stuff. But in the last two games, he has shown a side to him that we haven't quite seen.
Senior man.
A bit
So
conservative.
how much you they put? Now I did stock all this one. How much you go put?
Bros.
1.96 is a lot.
Yeah.
That's how I played. That's how I played Wolves to score against Man City, and the bookies gave you 1.8 odds. I say, are you people crazy?
See,
Wolves
you
to
go-
score
go-
one
go-
goal,
go- you know why-
1.8 something.
see,
Are you crazy?
You know why go market is
They give you for this
easier.
side, collect that for
You
this
know why go market is easier for big odds? Because there is high chance that it happens. But now you are saying win or draw. You have to wait the whole game.
And I
which
am
is very
telling you
risky.
that this team are showing a side to them that I've not seen in the first week. They are more conservative.
Let's move on,
See whether
gentlemen.
they are side
Right.
good.
West Ham United. IBK, start with you.
Both teams to score.
Both teams to score. I like it.
West Ham will again.
United.
Man United
Both teams to score.
under a lot of pressure on
West
Lopetegui.
Ham too is.
Yeah.
They're not very.
They're not getting and this guy is not playing. Kudus
Modern manager. Kudus might be gone for more than.
3. No,
I
it's
thought
3 games.
I thought he lost his head. 3 games.
It's
I
been
think, yeah,
confirmed.
absolute,
Lost his head.
absolute
Lost his head.
foolishness.
It should be
I'm
embarrassed.
actually surprised.
Because you really
Should
smacked
be
this guy.
embarrassed.
Yeah.
Should be embarrassed.
Look, if Man you don't win that game, but they've given Ten Hag more than another chance.
Yeah.
Over 2.5 goals.
Yeah,
for me.
I think United.
Yeah.
Over 2.5
I
goals.
think I like IBK's call. Both teams to score, right?
Yeah.
And I also think United will win. So I'll buffer that bet with that. Final big game Sunday rather. Arsenal Liverpool. I'll start with Uni.
Arsenal to win. bold call, but
Yeah, that's your.
the manager said
Fan.
something.
Yeah,
That's not a fan.
That's your heart.
The manager said something on the Monday night before the Tuesday game. You know, he complained about the players returning international break, blah blah blah, and he said, you will see my team flying on Sunday.
So
I like it.
Guess what? Hold on.
I thought I could play.
I've only heard a manager say that twice. The first person who said it was Roberto De Zerbi. We lost 5-1 at home against Everton, and it was on a Monday night. On a Tuesday night he was playing Arsenal on Sunday, and he said, "You'll see Brighton on Sunday."
It's like that guy who
They
was
beat
at the,
Arsenal 3-0.
it was like that guy who was at the bank.
When
He
a
said,
manager says, "You will see my team flying on Sunday," there's something he knows that we don't know.
As they fly, Klopp and the team they're gonna crawl.
No,
The last person
I'm not saying you
last
know.
person that said that, right? Who haven't seen his team? What's the guy's name? The guy who was at the bank, who wore the white shirt, said, "I'm coming back and you'll see my team." That guy.
Oh, see that guy where?
I said the guy was like, "I want to just see my glory."
Oh,
So
that
I'll come
guy
back
will-
and you
will
will
say make
and
everybody
you will see
get
my
out
team.
there.
She get.
So when he said that, I felt like there's something.
I like Ateta a lot. I like.
I feel like he's going to unlock that team in a different way on Sunday.
Yeah.
So I fancy Arsenal win.
Why not unlock when all these players?
It may be a slim win because I feel like Ateta would go there and do the kind of thing he did against City
I think
last year.
Ateta's biggest. That will be his biggest pack the bus job yet.
Put your money